Hello! Welcome to Opinions and Beer. I'm your host, Adam. Today, we've got a special episode.
Hello! Holy shit! And I am not your host at this point. I'm not even, I'm a guest. Man, I'm a guest. I downgraded the guest.
Mother of God!
Oh, man, I went to go take out glasses that I don't have. Mother of God.
It's been what? 14 months?
Oh, man, have you been keeping track? I haven't even. Yeah, I guess so.
Don't question what I do. Don't question what I do.
I'm your guest, Keenan Kitchens.
Today's co-host is...
Guest.
Today's guest co-host is... Keenan Kitchens.
No, bro, I can't drop out of the scene for 14 months and show up as a co-host. I'm a fucking guest.
A guest co-host.
No, I'm just a guest.
You're co-host.
No,
in the
I have
episode.
been downgraded.
You've been downgraded. Oh, but Keenan and I are
back at it.
Back at it, working together. He's going to be doing a conspiracy show on the Opinions and Beer Network. If you have not gone to YouTube and subscribed to Opinions and Beer Network, do so immediately following this episode or now, and then come back and download this episode again and give me more downloads. But he's going to be we're trying to set up right now him interviewing a flat earther for the first episode of the conspiracy theory show that will be on the YouTube channel. But here we are at our roots, Opinions and Beer.
Talking about just opinions and just beer.
Just opinions and just beer. This is a special episode. This is a special week, a special release.
This is a special episode.
We're talking about a whole lot of shit. Oh yeah, it kind of is.
Sorry, we're kind of mixing. Franchise.
We're kind of mixing conspiracies in our lives and stuff in this episode.
This is our own personal conspiracy about personal events.
Personal conspiracy. But before we get to any of that, obviously, we've got to go with the beer of the day. And today's beer of the day is brought to you by Buckstin Brewing Company in Nederland, Texas. This is a bourbon barrel aged series number 1.
Oh shit, it's local?
Yes, this is bottle 186 of 255. It is an imperial stout. It is aged on Madagascar Vanilla Beans in bourbon barrels. It is 15.1% in alcohol by volume. The highest alcoholic beer since Cause of Death.
God damn it!
Since Cause of Death. Well,
now I'm uncomfortable.
Since that episode, it's the highest since that episode, I think.
Oh, that makes me beg the question: how much of my actions got onto the podcast?
Not that many.
Like all of the drama unfolded after the podcast? Or
yeah,
what?
it really did.
Do you know how to do that? You want me to do that?
Yeah, I don't know. Because it was time to leave.
Yeah? Oh, man, at least I fucking spared doing that shit live, you know?
Yeah, it's always when it's time to leave.
It is. And that'll spawn it, because I want...
yeah.
Did that spawn it? I didn't want to leave. I wanted to continue drinking?
I think so.
That always
yeah, I know. It's like
I will be a happy drunk, and then you're like, Keenan, it's time to go home. And I'm, fuck your mother!
You can't fuck the mother. Anyways, this bad boy. So I bought 2 of these. This is bottle number 186. I bought 2, and we're gonna drink one now, and then I'm gonna age the other one. I'm aging the other one for a year at least, and we're gonna see what it tastes like after aged for a year. And this is fun. This is their first special series. It's released in a bomber bottle. You can see right here if you're looking at the YouTube channel.
Wait, can we put it on the video so I know where we are and shit?
Yeah, if you want to. That's fucking.
Yeah.
Woo! Anyways, back. Well, I like to look at the audio, but anyways, to see how to talk well, how to speak, how to live life.
Well, I felt uncensored. I feel like you should scoot over a tad.
Well, now I'm uncensored. We gotta just sit
Well,
next
neither
to
one
each
of
other.
us. Yeah, well, we're not.
Our knees are touching.
Neither one of us should be centered. You should be on one side of it. I should be on the other. But you were centered, and that was fucking shit off.
Says you. I don't know what
You're like, I am the main host. I will be in the middle.
Today's beer of the day. We're gonna pour this beer into these little
Stout glasses.
stout glasses.
Sample glasses. Are these specifically? Or these are
Sample
glasses? Yeah, that's right. You know.
Really?
Oh, I love it when it's so dark. It looks like you're pouring a cup of Dr. Pepper. Look at that. Is that Dr. Pepper? You don't know. We could be lying to you. Because it looks so much like
Buckstin
Dr.
Brewing
Pepper.
Company. I don't know when my episode comes out, but I was on the A to Z podcast, and I think they, as of the release date of this episode, I think they just released the episode of them interviewing the owners of Buckstin, and I think my episode is next week. So if you're listening right this, go check out A to Z next week and my podcast.
You were on someone else's podcast?
Yeah, live.
How humble of you.
We were offered I think if we pay a certain amount of money, we can use their space. But it's like a collective. There's like 6 podcasts using one space and all the equipment, and if you help pay rent of that space, then you can use all the equipment.
Like, what do they got? Like a studio? You can go there and record your podcast there?
Yeah. I went to their studio.
Yeah.
And I did it. They interviewed me.
Was it like legit professional? Like they got their own building that's specifically a studio? It's not like someone's bedroom that they call a studio?
It's a building with a room in it that is their studio. And it has a hallway. And there's a refrigerator.
Hallway exists.
And there's a fridge with beer.
Oh, of course there is. Yeah.
And a fridge. Well, other stuff. There's like a fridge with things in it. but I'm gonna sniff this beer.
Oh, I done tainted my taste buds by taking a drink of Shiner before this.
I can kind of smell the my sniffer's a little off.
Oh, it's been a moment.
I can kind of smell the bourbon, and I can smell the vanilla.
That's what I was like. Man, I'm smelling something that isn't beer.
I'm smelling like a mix, a nice mix between the vanilla bean and the bourbon. So I'm gonna let's try this beer.
Oh god, it's so good. Yeah, man, that is something. You know what's crazy?
What?
Like, this shit's fresh as hell. I watched him open it. It's not old. It hasn't been sitting out. It hasn't been tainted at all. But it's like, you know, when you look down in like a puddle of oil and you can like see like the chemicals shining up and shit. Like, I think I'm seeing the alcohol content like right on top. It looks like, oh bro, man, like, has this been sitting out somewhere? But no, it's just like that stout, I guess. Yeah. Let's bring about beerful memory. Oh god, is this even, are you sure this is beer?
Why?
Is this, you gave me a shot of bourbon.
No.
No, man, it just brings back scary memories.
It's pretty smooth.
Like, yeah,
it has a nice burn to it for 15%.
Once you get so,
It's not boozy though.
Yeah,
Is it boozy?
No, I was about to say, once you get so high in alcohol content in beer, it's almost like, is it even beer, bro? You know, like, this is like highly uncarbonated, and that has a lot to do with it, man. Like the really high. Like the last time me and Adam did a show together, we drank we drank a beer
there's mild carbonation right there on the tongue.
Like very mild. It reminds me very much of that beer that we drank that was 25% alcohol. That has been aged for so long that it's basically like beer wine.
Yeah, right.
You know, it's like smooth, uncarbonated beer, and then it comes off as like a bourbony, winey.
That was an old ale. This is a stout.
All I know is like I went to go drink beer and I got a mouthful of no carbonation.
No carbs.
I don't think carbonations and carbs are actually related.
Oh, really?
No.
Oh, shit.
I mean, there's things without carbonation that have carbs. So there's that. No carbs, bro.
You hear that CO2's running out right now?
No, I thought it was just a change.
Yeah. CO2 change, fucking aluminum.
CO2 is running out?
Yeah, CO2.
Like, there's lowness.
Apparently no one's working the
technical word.
No one's working the.
There's
the
a
shops.
shortage. There's a CO2 shortage in the world or America or
in
what?
the world in current events during this episode.
Fuck, man! Like we may
I hate
soda
talking
and beer.
Soda's running out. But anyways,
okay.
that's a topic for
another episode.
Not even another episode, for the news. This is the news. Yeah, this is opinions. And
we're
beer.
not here to tell you about the CO2 shortage. All right, you get that fucking information from someone else. All right,
we're gonna rate this beer.
We're not your info broker.
We're gonna rate this beer at the end of the bottle. I'm gonna sip on it for a little bit while we discuss things, because this beer is really smooth for me. It tastes really good.
I probably should have peed before we started this.
I'm gonna try. The vanilla bean comes out. I think it's gonna come out a lot better after aging for a year. I think this is definitely an aging, a beer to age. It definitely tastes like a beer to age, like something that the flavor is just hiding in there. It needs to just sit there and simmer and mix and change and expand and whatnot. And I'm surprised, man. For Buckstin, this is a solid #1 bourbon barrel aged series. For #1, this is solid. This is a really solid aged beer. It's gonna reminds me of like St. Arnold's like Bishop Barrel series where you sell. So it's really cool that you did this #1. And hopefully y'all can stay, because I know this pandemic is hurting breweries. Hopefully
it really is.
Hopefully they can stick around to make a lot more of these series. So that'd be really cool. Anyways, we'll rate this beer at the end of the episode. But first, it's time to talk about today's theme and topic. So this week, we are entering the 5-year anniversary. 5-year anniversary.
5 years?
Huh? Of what?
Oh, I thought you were about to get on to what I thought we were about to get on to. Now I don't know.
Kind of. Yeah, it is, actually. It kind of is. Yeah.
What is the 5th year anniversary of?
This is the 5-year anniversary of the day that I, Adam of Opinions and Beer, was omitted to the Nut House.
Oh, yeah, it was around that time.
I was omitted to the Nut House on July 24th.
I'd forgotten about that.
Well, yeah.
Like, you went to MHMR or what?
The, Fannin?
Yeah, I think that's the same location. Yeah, I know about that just because, like, our friend Cameron, who lived there, practically.
Right. Well, what's crazy about Fannin, there's two sides. There's a crazy side, and then there's the you came there willingly side. And so,
which side were you on?
The willingly. That's where I'm getting to. So we're gonna get to there. We have a long story to talk about. This is. Are you ready for it?
I'm gonna adapt this into a fucking novel.
This is the Johnny McCollum story.
Without Johnny McCollum's permission.
Without Johnny McCollum's permission.
No, not the episode. My novel. I'm gonna make this a novel. I'm not gonna talk to him about it. I'm gonna fucking mass produce it.
Do you?
I'm sorry.
Back in the day,
the Johnny McCollum. Say it again. I'm sorry. I'm out
the Johnny. No, you're fine. No, you're not interrupting me.
Well, they don't know the guy, so they're like, oh, I know.
That's
exactly
why I'm
who they're talking about.
So there used to be a third person in this trio that you do not see. You see,
it's still a trio. We use the word trio. There's two of us. No one understands why we call us a trio.
You see,
we do it out of honor.
You see a duo here. There used to be a third guy that walked around with us and did cooking show trailers and shit and fighting Cake. We fought Cake with swords.
Dude, that video, that was like the most graceful jump I've ever done. No one knows. No one that's watching this now knows, but you know what I'm talking about. All right, that video where like I swung down with the sword. Oh my God. To this day, I will look up that video like, look how goddamn agile I am. I was like 6 feet in the fucking air. My fucking back was hurt, dude. Like, I jumped up like this so high. Yeah. The sword was touching my feet. Like, I did like this U-bend. Oh, God. And, oh, my God, like, I look back on that, like, I used to fucking be able to do that.
Why can't you do it now? Try it.
Dude, back in our wrestling day, like, I was watching a wrestling movie earlier, but like, man, I used to wrestle. Yeah. I'm not telling anybody this. This is my inner dialogue. Like, I used to wrestle. Yeah. I did a hurricanrana once.
Hell yeah, a good, nice one too.
Yeah.
These are nice hurricananas, especially with Eamon. You did a really nice one to Eamon.
Man, I tried to look up the specific episode in case I wanted to showboat, like the specific episodes that I did that. I don't know. There's so many I can't find.
I know, right? Jeez, Psycho 180 is just freaking pummeled with videos of stuff. But anyways, getting back to where we are, there needs to be a third guy. So I want to dial back to kind of where we first saw issues. Our first red flags. Now, previous to the red flags for the Johnny McCollum story, there was a weird guy, and we kind of like, we would make fun of him, and we kind of made fun of their friendship and whatnot. The first day, the first night, the first time we seen red flags was when we went and seen the Hunger Games.
Like the first one?
Was it the first one?
I don't know. I'm asking you.
Wait, was it Hunger Games? Or was it Harry Potter?
A movie.
What movie was that?
I don't know. I'm sure it's not like...
Was the first
Paramount to the narrative?
Yeah, the first Hunger Games.
Was it? Oh, I guess it is Paramount to the narrative because it lets you know what time this was happening.
Yeah, so we get out of the movie. We're in the car. We're driving off, and they're
oh God, I was there. I remember this.
and they're trying to figure out what the creature was in the movie. And so one says it's a dog, and one says it's just a beast.
Well, the beast that attack them at the end
in Hunger Games,
yeah,
right?
The first one. It has to be the first one.
Yeah.
They get up on top of that container, and that's how they stay away from the beast, right?
Yes.
All right, yeah, those are dogs.
Okay, see, but they're like
hellhounds, bro.
But one said they're dogs. One said no, they're beasts. They're just beasts. and then there's this character, and we're gonna name him
later. Or
no,
now?
We'll name him now. Riley Nash Jr. Riley Nash Jr. He stomped on the gas and drove around crazy, then stopped on the brakes. He goes,
I'm trying to remember if I was there for this.
He goes, "We're friends, Johnny. We're friends."
I think I was there. Weren't we both in the back seat?
Dude, yes!
Yeah, and we're like, what the fuck is going on? Like, they're having this huge dramatic blowout over the animals of Hunger Games, where the guy, like...
We're friends, Johnny!
Yeah, because that pissed me off. Like, bro, you don't almost kill us in traffic because your opinion was wrong. Oh my God, bro! Like, we almost died like 7 times right there.
We're friends. Don't let this come between our friendship.
And Johnny's like, bro, where? Like, it wasn't going to. So where are you coming from?
So all three of us get out of the car, and he fucking speeds off like he's leaving us. And
I remember that.
We go and we sit on the side. We're like, well, I guess we'll just wait for someone. I guess
I'm having a revelation because this memory was gone. Like, did I know? I ain't thought about this since it happened, and it's like, one of those. Oh my God, that did happen.
Yeah,
you know?
I think I called I think we tried calling somebody.
Because we didn't think he was coming back. Didn't he come back?
Yeah, he didn't coming back. He parked, and then he like.
He's like, I'm sorry, bro.
And then he walked, and like Johnny was trying to walk away. Come here. Yeah,
he's like, come here. You come here now.
Yeah, you come here now.
And Johnny like drops his head. And he's
he's kind of like walking away. But then
they have like some private fucking weird conversation.
Private weird conversation
about like, oh man, like,
dude. But that was
that was like
that was the
beginning
first red
of the
flag.
end. Yeah, and it wasn't even a red flag at the time. It's just like, God damn, this dude is weird. You know, in hindsight, it was a red flag.
Yeah. In hindsight, that's what I'm saying. In hindsight, big red flag. So I'm trying to talk about the red flags that I personally noticed. I don't know if you have any red flags you want to bring up And if you do...
No, it was like, by the time I realized what was going on, it was done. Like, and I never even thought about a red flag. It's just, I noticed that, like, of course, like, yeah, man, like, this dude's Johnny's hanging out with Riley way more than us and shit, and Riley's taking our third person, and it wasn't creepy until it was done.
Well, no, so it wasn't really Riley Jr. that was creepy. That was just like a red flag of that relationship.
Yeah, we're getting to that.
The second red flag. So let's build this story up. So Johnny used to work at Popeyes. He worked at Popeyes for a long time.
Yeah, I worked at Popeyes with him.
He became a team leader, manager, team leader. He's a leader. He's an authority type figure for regular workers. Correct?
Yeah.
Authority.
He was never manager.
Labeled.
He had to at least been. He was respected. I don't remember his position. He may have been team leader. He never did go full blown manager, but he was at least team leader.
So he worked there for a while. And anyways, Riley Jr.'s father runs a. He runs a business, a shop. He runs a shop, whether it be through his house or maybe he had a previous shop. Anyways, that doesn't matter. He let's say he runs a shop where he fixes up cars, refurbishes them.
It's not just like, hey, my car's fucked up, I need you to fix it.
Yeah, he refurbishes.
It's not the mechanic Joe down the road. I'm sorry, I'm giving the guy credit and shit. Like, he's doing art, bro.
No, yeah. I mean, give him credit where credit's due.
No.
If you
not after a certain you don't get that credit.
If we have
you stole it, Frank.
I mean, they do pretty good car work. That's not a lie.
Fuck your car work.
So they do fix cars and they resell them. Okay. He basically, our friend Johnny picks up a job with Riley working on cars. At some point, he just straight up quits Popeyes and goes full blown where he works for Riley. I think he's either making some chump change. He makes a little bit of money off the cars he sells. He gets like some money, but he's not really getting paid.
Yeah, it's like he's like not going without. As a result of working with him, he wasn't going without anything, but he never had a dime in his pocket. Like
that. It's kind of like that. Yeah.
Yeah. See, I've done that. It wasn't with the Colt, but I've done that with like ranches. You know, you get paid room and board and shit.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll get to there. So second flag that comes up is that, and I missed this flag, and this is my bad, I think. So we had this restaurant. The local restaurant's closed now, but we had a local restaurant called Liliano's. It was an Italian restaurant, and Johnny had picked me up from work. I think I just lost my car, and I was like going through some stuff, and a lot of things were weird for me at the time. And Johnny picked me up and went to Liliano's, and I was kind of like coming forward and saying I was thinking about breaking up with my girlfriend at the time, and I was like kind of having like, I was very like self. What's that word? I talked about myself, right? I was kind of like deep into what I was doing, deep into some of the thoughts that I had or whatever, and some of the things that were going through my mind. How I didn't really like my girlfriend at the time, basically blowing me off to hang out at fucking your house.
Wait,
not your house, but fucking
Johnny?
Amber's. Fucking Amber at everybody's house.
Oh man, she was.
And so
it's crazy. I was at Amber's, but like in no way, dude. I was always in the back room, like y'all shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like I didn't even know who was in the living room.
So anyways,
like it just dawned on me, like, oh yeah, your girlfriend was over there a lot.
Yeah. Well, it came to, and that was myself. I put a lot of. I'm not trying to put no. I'm just telling the story of how it happened, of what was going on personally. No, I'm just saying personally what was happening.
No.
I'm not saying that I went about anything the right way. I'm just saying how I felt and what happened to lead to this. So I was feeling weird. I was thinking about leaving my girlfriend because I had just lost my car, and then like
Well, I know you're about to expand, but like if you left it at that, that'd be so. I was thinking about leaving my girlfriend because I just lost my car.
No, I know it's bad.
No, that's the end of the story. Like I was losing my car, and I'm gonna leave my girlfriend about it.
No, just a lot of things.
I know. It's just that.
I know. A lot of things that personally changed.
Stopped right there. It's been hilarious.
A lot of things that personally changed within that dynamic because of the car loss, because of that wreck, because of us going, that wreck going to Oklahoma.
And that's a huge dynamic, so we don't have a ride anymore.
Yeah, I didn't have a ride anymore, and before getting that car, I was...
Dude, that was crazy. That's a branch off, but that wreck was crazy.
Me and my girlfriend at the time, I would drop her off at work, or no, she would drop me off at work, she would go to work, she would pick me up for lunch, I'd drop her off at home, and I'd go back to work. That was like the dynamic.
With the car?
Yeah, with the car so I could drive home.
Oh yeah, and that adds tension because either one of you have the car, no matter who has the car, the other one doesn't.
Yeah.
Someone's always without transport.
So whenever I got a car, it was like, okay, we both have transportation now, but when I lost the car, in my head, I'm like, okay, we should go back to the original format. But she just purchased a new vehicle, and so it became very prevalent that I was not trusted. Not necessarily trusted, but it was more of like this is brand new. I don't really, want no one to drive it, and that's understandable.
No. It's not understandable. That wreck was in no form or fashion your fault. And she's like, well, and it's almost like she was like, well, you just got in a wreck, so you're not driving my truck. I remember that truck. It was a nice truck. Yeah, and that was like what she was saying. You just got to a wreck, so you're not driving my truck, which is bullshit. It's like you're not driving my truck because some fucking maniac pulled out in front of you.
But yeah. So that's that's
what. Oh, now we're getting to the dynamics of his relationship. That's not the point of the story.
Yeah,
I'm just like, it wasn't your fault.
So no, but it kind of is because I'm trying to show my mindset because this is both the Johnny McCollum story, but also what led to me going to the nut house.
Yeah,
right, because they kind of collide with each other, they mesh. So it's a big story.
Well, she's like taking it out on you that you got into a wreck, and now you can't drive this truck because you got into a wreck. But
she wasn't aggressive with it.
But even if she's polite about it, it's just a fucking low blow.
Yeah, it came at a low blow, and so there was one day where I was like, man, I can't go nowhere to eat, and then I messaged Johnny. This is where it gets to that. So basically,
you messaged Johnny.
Basically, she's hanging out more with other people, and she, for some reason, during this day, she could not come and do the lunch with me. And so I'm like, fuck, I have no vehicle. I have no way to go get lunch. Lunch is an hour in Walmart. So I have an hour to do something.
Dude, they sell food at Walmart.
Not the time. No, okay, not at the time. This is not a super Walmart. This is a little Walmart.
No, I mean, there's aisles with food on them. No,
but I immediately go. I'm joking. An hour. I understand that. Maybe I was being a fucking snob. That's what it was.
Yeah, you're like, I want good lunch. I want to like buy some fucking chips.
Yeah. Well, I know. Yeah. I felt I have abandonment issues, and so no.
That's exactly. You don't need to say that you felt abandoned. You literally were goddamn abandoned.
and so Johnny picked me up. We went, I was telling him kind of like how I was feeling. I'm like, man, like this is just like a weird thing. I just feel weird. Like I feel like, I'm getting kind of like new friends. I'm meeting new people, and then I think I might have to split up with my girlfriend. And then he was telling me a story, man. I dismissed it because I was just too.
In your own shit.
I was too fucking just focused with like kind of like personal things. He straight up is like, he was telling me that Riley's dad was like smacking him or something, or like being like
hitting him.
Yeah, like hitting him and like
disciplinary.
And how it was kind of like weird, but he was kind of telling me like, yeah, he's trying to make me do this and that, and I got to do this, but he's gonna promise me his business or whatever. And we had like this serious talk about how. And I'm gonna summarize it. Where basically, he told me that Riley's dad promised Johnny the family business if he did what Riley's dad said or whatever. And I think I kind of like I said something, but I mostly dismissed it. I was like, I didn't connect it. I was kind of like, oh man, you just need to be really careful. Don't be weird with them, or don't let them be weird, or don't just play it right. And he's like, yeah, I know what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm like okay, and that's kind of where I left it. And I just continued on my own selfish whatever endeavors. Life, my own life, focusing on my own life, and so. But looking back, man, how fucking weird. So shit happens. My relationship falls apart due to all kinds of crazy reasons, and
that's another episode.
And then I develop weird weird stuff happens. I go on.
That's another episode. Yeah. Also,
skipping. Yeah. Anyways, I start going over. People have
episodes in their lives.
I start going over to Riley's house more often because that's where Johnny works, and I want to hang out with Johnny and talk to Johnny. I'm single now, so I'm going to Johnny a lot more often and talking to him or whatever. And I'm going over there, and I think I'm filming a movie. Also, I think we're filming Lock the Pot. We're finishing Lock the Pot at the time.
Oh man, that was so fun.
And so I was filming some scenes over there for Lock the Pot. I was filming with Cody, and I was getting Riley ready to film for Lock the Pot.
At the end, all like Riley's character at the end.
Yeah, the weird goofy character's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna rub some lotion on my skin and all kinds of shit. And so,
that was actually a good character.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. But so Riley kind of starts Riley Sr., the owner of the company, he's kind of telling me that like one day he had to smack Johnny like a bunch or whatever. He's like, yeah, Johnny was blah blah, and I just started slapping him, and I slapped him, and he was crying, and I just kept slapping him.
See, therein lies the difference of the story of like how things could have gone differently had Riley been telling me this. I would have knocked the fuck out of Riley the second he told me that, dude. Dude. Like, I'm not even like testosterone boasting. I swear to God, I would have fucking hit that dude. Like, if he's just nonchalant, like, oh yeah, dude, I just like smacked Johnny until he cried. Those fighting words.
Well, he said it was to teach him to be a man or something. I don't know.
But dude, oh God, I would love to have been there, and I would love to have heard all that, and I would love to, like, while beating him in the face, tell him, like, it's not your fucking business to teach Johnny to be a man. How old was Johnny at the time? 19, 20?
I don't know.
He was his own fucking man.
He was.
And I would have been, while beating the fuck out of that dude, I would have been ensuring him that Johnny can fucking do this shit on his own. I mean, he wouldn't have listened to me because I would have been beating him. Like, I wouldn't have got through to him. I would just been pulverizing his face. I would mostly just been speaking just for myself.
It's weird, man. Like, so.
No, dude, like, it's just, like, in hindsight. Yeah, so much hindsight. For me, more than Adam. Because, like, it's like, I did not even slightly realize that this was happening. It was done when it was done.
Yeah.
And it's like Adam coming back to me with backstory almost. Like
that's what we're getting
how
to.
Johnny
we're building it.
Like, yeah, he told me, like, in hindsight, oh yeah, Riley Sr. slapped Johnny in the face so many times that he cried. And it's just like, why the fuck did anyone what? Like, oh my God. And I wasn't there to beat the fuck out of anybody. It was done. It was done.
And so anyways, like I'm kind of like over there a lot, and he's kind of and Riley Sr.'s talking to me, and he comes off very
intimidating.
What's it called when you're attentive?
Attentive?
He's very attentive.
Like he's actually
like he listens to you.
Yeah.
And like he's a very like I'm gonna give you some advice and stuff like that kind of guy.
Almost caring.
Yeah, it comes off very caring and whatnot.
But like that condescending caring that at its root, it's manipulation, not care.
Yeah, that's where it's weird, man. Because so one day, I was going through some stuff, relationship stuff, whatever. I was being crazy. I was slowly becoming crazy, and I'm
so unattended. I am the opposite of Riley Sr. Because, like, I find out everything in hindsight. Adam's like, bro, just get out the nut house. Like, I was, like, in my own. Like, I dude, at this time, I was on the streets. I was homeless. I was homeless for 3 years, and this is like the 3rd year of my homelessness. I just ended being homeless by moving in with Amber.
Yeah.
All right, but I just went through with 3 years of homelessness, just working the shit jobs. Like, I was literally living on the street, but fuck you, I wasn't like, get the middle finger in the camera. Fuck you, I wasn't living on the streets like bumming with a sign. I was going to work and then going to the park to sleep. And then waking up and then going to work and then going to a Waffle House and drinking coffee all night because I didn't feel like sleeping in the park. And that went on for like 3 years. So, like, no one was the focus of my interest. Getting out of that fucking hole was the focus of my interest. All right, so I got out of that hole, and then Adam had a slew of stories to tell me because we were still hanging out, but it's just like, I don't know how to put it. We were young, and when we were hanging out, it was about us. It was about then. It was about now. It was about what we were doing. And I was totally, like, I was probably enforcing that, like, bro, I'm homeless. I don't want to talk about life. Let's just talk about what we're doing. Let's talk about Lock the Pot.
Yeah.
I didn't want to get into the deep shit. Like, I was just so happy to be with my friends and having a great time. And it was an escape from the fact that I sleep in the goddamn park.
Yeah.
So, like, dude, we just didn't discuss this shit. It's like, literally, I was living with Adam. I was living with Amber, and then Adam, like, came with me with these slew of stories, and I was like, where the fuck was I for all this? And he was like, you were right there. Yeah. But I wasn't paying attention either.
It, man.
Like, Adam was there, and he didn't pick up on the signs. I practically wasn't there.
Thinking about it, we were all three just kind of like
drifting,
dealing with our own shit, and like it was kind of like a peak. Yeah, it was like a weird.
Like everyone goes through that period in their early 20s.
Yeah, it was like a weird.
I did not handle it well.
Yeah, no one did. I don't think anyone did.
Everyone there's a thing now. Like back in the day, everyone had a midlife crisis.
Yeah.
All right, and now it's 2020, but back then it wasn't 2020, obviously. Yeah. And what was it? 2010, 2012. When did this shit start?
2014?
Yeah, see, I couldn't even remember.
12?
All right.
When did it start? I don't know. 13. Maybe.
All right, well, now people have literally coined the term quarter life crisis.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, crazy.
All right, that means you're an adult now. You're not a child. Go.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I did not do it well.
Oh,
all right,
no.
So like, and even despite the drama of the story and the suspense and the mystery, like when you look at it on paper, really like Adam and Johnny were crushing it, and then there's Keenan.
Oh no!
No! We're not getting into that. Like, oh, like that. What? Oh no, bro, you're doing okay. You're doing what you could have. Or no, I wasn't doing that great. We're not here today to talk about how good we were doing at that time. But that explains my absence almost. Like, I say y'all are crushing it because y'all are my friends and I want to put y'all up on a pedestal. But y'all are doing fine. That's my point. Financially, y'all are doing fine.
Like, I'm looking back like...
No, you probably weren't even fine. Look, let me phrase that. You probably weren't even financially doing fine. But like...
I think we were... I mean, I wasn't fine.
We were all struggling. We were all struggling. Johnny wasn't struggling. Like, he had everything handed to him because he worked on cars for Riley. Riley handed him shit.
Yeah, and he was good at saving money.
Yeah, and Riley was proud of what he was doing. I mean, not Riley. Johnny was proud of what he was doing. Yeah. You know, and
I mean, he did question some things at the Lilianos, like I was saying, and then.
but
then he said he had it. He said he had it.
I'm just trying to put like the mindset of us in our early 20s and shit like that, and how like we all three handled it differently.
Yeah.
You know, like I never seen, like, it was weird. It's like I never seen Adam work a day in his life. Then he had a structured, sound job. Just like that.
When?
Walmart.
Oh, me working at Walmart?
Yeah, it's a structured, sound job.
Okay. Yeah?
Riley was working on vehicles.
Working 4 to 1.
Fast food is always bullshit. Like, no matter, like, fast food's at the bottom, bro. At the bottom of the bottom. And, like... And that's dude, like, Adam even tried to get me on at Walmart. You know what happened? I failed a fucking drug test for weed. You know, and that kind of puts in perspective, like, where they were in their lives and where I was in my life, you know? And again, we're getting into like the drama of like our positions at that age. And we need. I'm branching. We need to focus on the drama of Johnny. Yeah. There's plenty of drama of the fact that we were just in our early 20s and
Riley Senior. I was going over there a lot. Riley Senior sends me a Facebook message.
Wait. Let me say. I just remember why I said all that.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
No,
No, I remember I said all that. I wasn't trying to get to the soap opera that is my life. I was trying to say all that to explain why we're all three the bestest of friends, but I found out what was going on in fucking hindsight. Like, he's my best friend. What's going on with him?
But, wow. Anyways, Riley Sr. messaged me a pretty long message. In summary, it said,
kidnapping Johnny.
I know
it was a ransom note.
I know you have a father, but maybe I could be your father. Maybe you could look at me as a father.
He's trying to fucking get you too.
That's what I'm trying to say. And then whenever.
See, like, he probably did you tell me about this back in the day?
Yes.
Oh, see, I was like, well, bro, I'm homeless right now, so forgive me if I don't give a fuck. You know,
I told you, I showed you. I thought I read you.
No,
the
I
email.
did give a fuck, but
I thought I read the email to you.
Yeah, but I was.
It's a weird email.
No, I remember I was in such denial.
Dude.
I was like, bro, it's fine.
He sent me that email, and it was so fucking crazy.
Yeah, Riley Sr.'s weird,
and
but bro, that was my defense every time.
I started connecting
Riley
shit, though.
Sr. is weird as fuck.
He thought that I had father issues. He thought that the reason why I was...
Well, thank God he didn't know me. I do have father issues.
He thought the reason why I was acting out because I had father issues. I noticed that a lot of the teenagers...
Your father's the fucking shit.
I know. I thought a lot of 20-year-olds that were going over there, or 19-year-olds that were going over there, I started noticing, like, wow, wait, there's a lot of, like, young adults coming over here, and they're all...
Oh, man, Riley Sr. just gets off on being the surrogate father.
And they're all people with fucking poor father figures.
And he doesn't want to actually be the surrogate father. He just wants to get off on being the surrogate father.
I think so. That's what it is. Like the weird surrogate father thing. He wants to father these people because he did a poor job with Riley. So I get that email and I'm like, what the fuck? And I start noticing little quirks that, like, yeah, like a bunch of weird young adults are going over to Riley's house and helping with these car projects. Like, it's kind of strange. I didn't like quickly jump on it, but it was there in my head. But I was going through some stuff. One thing led to another, and I sliced my face open on Facebook Live. And who was knocking at the door? It was Johnny and Riley. So Johnny and Riley knock on my door. Riley says, Riley Sr. Johnny and Riley Sr. knock on my door, and Riley Sr. says,
that's creepy.
Hey, I want to take you to a place. I need to take you to a place because you're not well. We've seen that we got to take you somewhere to get help.
Oh my God, that's right.
And so Riley Sr. and Johnny.
I feel like I blocked this shit out. I'm just like hearing about this too.
I'm
with the fans. I'm hearing this for the first time too. I was there, but it's like every word out of his mouth. I'm like, oh my God, that did happen. Yeah. Oh shit, that's right. I was there for that. Why the fuck didn't I do anything?
Riley Sr. and Johnny drove me to the nut house. When we got to the nut house, I was
convinced you to join the committers. There was probably nothing goddamn wrong with you.
When I got there,
Riley'd into the nut house.
I was talking to the doctor.
Riley'd into the nut house.
I was talking to the doctor, and Riley kind of like said something. He said,
"Well, he's been cutting himself."
He goes, and he leans over. He goes, "We need to be honest with you. So, if you wouldn't have come with us,
we were gonna force."
He said, My neighbor is a judge, and I already got him to sign a court order.
What the goddamn fuck?
He said, I already got him to sign a court order that said that we could bring you to the nut house. We could have to force you to go to the nut house.
He was lying. He was lying.
I'm really...
I mean, like, in hindsight, we were younger. Maybe you believed him.
Yeah.
Physically impossible.
Is it?
Physically. no judge that is the neighbor of a guy. No guy's gonna go to a judge's house, tell him any form or fashion of story. Be like, look, I really need you to sign off on committing this guy, and the judge would be like, okay. No, that's a fucking court case, bro.
Unless he's a cult leader.
No,
and like it's part of a fucking Epstein inviter. He's like a fucking Epstein inviter that fucking has a bunch of.
Yeah, that's right. I'm thinking logically, and cults don't think logically. And if a judge is part of that cult member, he's not thinking logically either.
Exactly. Anyways, assuming that he was telling the truth, he told me that
he probably was, Piven. Like, I mean, physically possible.
He told me that he had a court order
motherfucker had
for
like
me to go to the house.
Motherfucker had like a mini cult going on, like the beginning fabrications of a cult. All right, so it's physical. It's 100% possible.
Yeah. He said
that he had this judge on his side and shit.
He said
very unlikely.
He said if I did not go willingly, that they did have an order.
Yeah, that was a scare
signed. Tactic. But this was after.
Yeah, goddamn.
So why would he tell me after?
Why did he have a spine and be like, well, show me the judge?
Why would he tell me after we already got to the hospital? We were at the hospital.
You were best friends with a punk rocker, and you didn't say, go fuck yourself, bring me the judge.
Well, it's just weird.
If you're going to do this, you're going to do this by force.
It was a weird situation. I kind of like, I was kind of like, just, let's see where this goes.
Yeah, because you weren't exactly 100%, like...
I wasn't completely sane.
Because he wasn't shitty about it, like, we're gonna lock you up.
No.
You know, he's like appealing to all your fucking feelings, emotions, thoughts, everything.
Exactly.
Cult manipulation.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're a goddamn step away from, if you, God forbid you actually did have father issues.
Yeah.
I'd be me. There'd be no opinions in beer. I would not have started that on my own. This is all Adam. There'd be no opinions in beer, and there'd be no Keenan. There'd be no duo, man. Like Riley Senior would have taken away 2 of the trio, and I'd be like, I'm Keenan. I'm Keenan. What do you do, Keenan? Nothing.
Nothing. Anyways, Riley. I get out of the nut house. I spend a week in there. I don't know who paid my nut house fees, but they were it's like $900 a night or something.
Oh, and also, like, yeah, man, I found out, like, you got out of the nut house, went to Amber's, and you're like, I just got out of the nut house.
Yeah, dude,
I didn't know you went to the nut house.
Because it was crazy. I was like, what do I do?
This all, like, dude, as close as we were, and again, this isn't about the chapter of our lives and our ages and what we're going through professionally and financially. It's just the physical fact that I don't know how to word it other than, like, you were investigating this, or you were involved with this, and you were looking in, or not even looking into it.
I didn't look into it later. No, I didn't look into it yet.
You were just like,
I'm getting to when I look into it.
You were still attending to Johnny.
I don't
know how to word it. Like,
I didn't start looking into it until after.
No, I don't mean looking into it. I don't know how to word it. Like, why? Like, us 3 were inseparable.
Yeah.
But then there's this moment where you and Johnny.
Why the kid
had this chapter and I was gone.
I think it was when I had a kid or right before I had a kid, but something happened to where
I don't know.
I started doing a lot more.
To this day, I still wonder, like, why the fuck did I find out about this in hindsight?
I started doing a lot more with Johnny. I started going with him to try to figure out what the fuck was going on, to kind of say, like, hey, I think something weird's happening.
Like, you're literally being abducted. Dude, it's like the long game.
So I
they were like abducting him slowly.
Yeah, so I start going with him to...
Legally abducting him.
I start going with him to a religious thing. Like, right, he goes to, like, some club, like a religious club. They go to this house, and then somebody makes food, and then everyone sits around, they eat the food, and they talk about Bible stuff.
Later that day, that compound got raided by the FBI.
No!
A lot of people died.
No!
Women and children.
No, they were fine. No.
The main guy was like, just drink the Kool-Aid.
But that was my one way of being able to hang out with Johnny, like, and without him having to be working on
Everyone knows
vehicles.
about Waco. Nobody knows about Viter.
And one day... But...
Dude, dude, it was the smallest, is exactly the same thing as Waco, and the most smallest, minuscule, the dude that did that shit in Waco, Like Riley Sr.'s the same. Riley Sr. did that with like 5 kids.
What was it that really?
Riley Sr. pulled away with 5 kids.
What really made me figure some of the stuff out was when Amber. Actually, the one thing that Amber did that seems positive was she told me that Johnny had to break up with her because Riley told him to or whatever.
Oh, I remember that.
Okay. So that kind of like what, and that kind of sparked the investigation side of me to
that pissed me off. I remember that pissed me off so much, like bro,
because
like,
it was that on top of Riley telling Johnny he couldn't drink alcohol or stuff like that, and so it was kind of weird, and so I started hanging out a little bit more. Went to this, started hanging out with Johnny more. I was like building up. I was trying to learn and get into this thing to try to talk these people into having intervention for Johnny. I was going to talk these people into having intervention for Johnny. One day, I go to Riley's house, and we have a disagreement. I don't have the disagreement. They have a disagreement on whether or not purgatory is real. It's a really weird argument, right? It's not a big argument, but it's like a weird argument between the husband and wife. Riley and his wife have a weird argument on whether or not purgatory is real. Because of me, because I said something... whatever. Anyways,
I remember that. I just remember
they take that conversation and say that I am attacking them because I disagreed with their stuff, and that's why I was talking to them.
That was like one of the only times you had like did you say you were there for dinner?
Yes.
You were there like the whole family.
Yeah.
Which Johnny at this point is part of the family, whether he likes it or not.
Yeah, dude. I seen him kiss the dude on the cheek, and that's another thing.
Johnny. Wait, did Riley kiss Johnny on the cheek?
No,
Johnny kissed Riley.
He said,
"Don't.
Hey, don't leave yet, and don't leave before come give me
kissing me.
Yeah, come give me a hug and kiss me on the cheek or whatever." And I was like, "What the?" It was just kind of odd. It was like, what the fuck's going on?
So, like, this dude could have been just so happened to be the most caring motherfucker in the world if he's like, also, don't speak to your real family.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
That's
maybe,
weird.
like, I would have wrote it off like, the guy is fucking super sweet. Except where he's like, he kissed me on the cheek, and don't you ever talk to your family!
But, and then...
I'm sure we're getting to that, but the aspect of Johnny like writing off his real family.
Yeah,
that's
we'll get into
coming.
That. I'm just kind of going through the timeline. The timeline.
But
of
at this
where we're
point,
at.
Johnny had already written off his real family. So
I think so, but I think I'm not sure him and his father have the best relationship.
Then we're at that.
Do you think that him and his father had his best relationship?
Absolutely, dude.
They had a good relationship,
dude. That's one thing I forgot to mention, and that adds so much depth to this. All right, like I met Adam through Johnny, okay, and I grew up with Johnny. Like Johnny's mom and my mom were best friends. I came out the womb being told that me and Johnny are best friends, and it was, or Johnny came out the womb. I was born first.
What the fuck?
Yeah, no, my mom was like, later there'll be a boy born, and you're gonna be best friends with him. No, it's not up for debate. No. Johnny came out the womb as the best, with the best friend fucking already there. Like, hey, there's this other baby. He's gonna be your best friend. You know, we're cousins. We're cousins. We're not blood cousins, but we were by all means cousins. And that's just it. You know, like
Were you building something?
No, that was it.
What?
I just said that's just it.
You're mentioning his dad.
I said, oh yeah,
that's right. They had a good relationship.
No, I'm sorry, I totally just dropped off. Dude, John
and Johnny relationship.
John is the sweet.
But Johnny's relationship with his father.
I don't know. I just got this overwhelming thought. Like, I need to talk to that motherfucker. You know, is he still alive? He was old as dirt when I was a kid.
I want you to correct me when I'm wrong.
John,
wait, correct me when I'm wrong. Ready? What? Correct me when I'm wrong.
Say it.
Okay.
Don't you fucking build me up, alright? This isn't a
when you compare
crowd. I'm a fucking
guest. When you compare Johnny's real dad with
John.
Riley.
John was crippled.
Exactly.
So the only thing is
like he can Survivor, right?
He can do.
He watched Survivor.
Oh man, that totally sums him up. So he does.
Yeah, that's basically. No offense to Johnny's dad. He's a nice guy. I love Johnny's dad.
But that's just it. What he does is almost irrelevant. It's about his emotions and feelings and who he is. and his beliefs
about
who John is as a person is not relevant to what John does daily.
Yeah.
John watches TV daily because he fucking broke his back.
Yeah, but look, think about
about
that in hindsight.
But then Johnny had a surrogate father that could do activities with him. Who the fuck do you think taught Johnny how to work on anything? You think he just came upon that knowledge?
Was it his dad?
I don't even know, but I suspect.
I don't know.
Actually,
he might just learn it. He might just learned it. He's a smart guy. He just learned stuff. And he's just fascinated with cars.
He really was, dude.
Model cars and shit?
Dude, like when we were children, he loved like rebuilding bicycles and lawnmowers.
See, you can put the pieces together to see where Johnny made a favorite of Riley type archetype.
Well, like growing up, it's like there was never a ill word, or I don't know. Johnny was just a cousin. It's not like I lived with John and Johnny. And maybe some shit unfolded there, like even like not even externally, but mentally or internally with Johnny, you know, about how my dad's crippled, my dad never does anything with me, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
But that's so fucked up. Like John was he's such a golden person, you know.
So, where was I in the story? Where were we at? Oh yeah, no, I was going to the
family meeting.
I was going to the family meeting.
Or the family dinner.
Something that the stuff happened with the purgatory stuff. They assumed that they started saying that I was attacking them or I didn't like them because of that stuff. I messaged. This is when it gets weird. I messaged one of the people from the church group that Johnny goes to, and I was like, "Hey man, I think we really need to do like an intervention for Johnny. Blah blah. His dad is like." Blah blah doing this. I think it's very weird. He goes, I don't think his dad would do that. I was like, that's not his fucking dad.
Yeah, dude. Someone like it's someone. It's
right.
The
there,
church thought that
dude,
Riley Sr. was Johnny's dad.
Right there. It all.
That's a black flag. That's not a red flag. That's a black flag.
Right there. It all clicked. It all clicked, dude. As soon as he said that, dude. Yeah. As soon as he said.
I don't think Johnny's dad would. Bitch, you ain't met Johnny's dad.
Exactly. As soon as he said that, I'm like, okay. So that means they're literally referring to Riley as his brother and Riley Sr. as his father. Two people outside in the community.
Oh, like it wasn't.
So
something he assumed it was literally something he heard. Like he heard that Johnny was Riley Sr.'s son.
Yes.
Like he wasn't like, oh y'all two look. He didn't assume.
No.
Like, oh, y'all are so close. I thought he was your dad. I heard he was your dad. Even more creepy, bro.
No, dude. Did you not see? Okay, so this is where we get crazy, man. Like, so I go.
Yeah, I don't know.
One day,
my best defense was to block off. So, like Johnny's not part of our lives. I blocked this out.
No.
So like you weren't part of my life in the last year, and I blocked it out.
We'll get there. The flash forward, literally the next day a day or two goes by, I go to see Johnny personally at the house, and he kind of goes inside. I pull in, he's in the garage, he goes inside.
Like he didn't want to see you?
Like, I don't know. He maybe. So I go and knock on the door.
Oh, Johnny's not here.
Johnny's
bro, I just watched him walk in.
Riley's wife answers the door and says, "Oh, Johnny's really tired and dirty. He needs to go take a shower, so he can't have any visitors right now." I was just like, okay, and then I was like, and so I get in my car, I back out, I drive around, I take a block, I drive back into the parking lot. Johnny is standing in the
right where he left. As soon as you left, he went back to what he was
Johnny
doing.
is standing in the garage. I stare at him. I back out and I left because I was like, he's in it. I just left and then I did not. I
want to beat some ass.
I did not speak to Johnny.
I would have beat some ass when I heard Riley Sr. was like so nonchalant about I beat him till he cried.
From that day. Literally, think about that visual. How this is like fucking cinema magic.
Yeah, dude, think about if I was there.
I spun around.
Bust into the house.
Yeah,
like
I
if Johnny
see
doesn't
Johnny.
see me,
But
I will hear that from Johnny myself. You fucking cunt. That's not Johnny's mom.
But I look at Johnny. Me and Johnny lock eyes. He sees that I'm looking at him. And I just back out and leave.
Oh, I still would have done that to demand an explanation.
I know I should have. I felt like.
I would have been like, yeah, no, you don't like make eye contact with me and go inside like we ain't been friends for years.
You're saying that, but it's really hard, like in real life, because you're like, it's confusing.
No, it's not.
Is it confused?
It's confusing. That's why you go and demand answers.
I guess so.
Be like, you go up and be like, bro, this is confusing.
It was just, yeah.
No, I understand. And
it was just so confusing for me. I was like, what do I do? I don't know. I know,
because
I stared at him.
That's what you do.
I stared at him.
Answer.
I stared at him. I'm like, I guess fuck me. So I just had a kid.
I understand.
So I'm kind of like,
you can at that moment in time you can chalk it up to like if fucking Johnny doesn't want to see me, then fuck him, and then you drive off. Like they
dude,
bro, like you said, you made eye contact with him, and then he did nothing, so you got the message.
That
and, like,
was
this is. So you're like, well, fine, fuck me. And
that had to have been 4.5 years ago, or at least 5 years now.
All right, right there, I probably would have maybe done the same thing. Like if I made eye contact with Johnny, and you get the vibe, and then like you said, well, I guess fuck me, and then you left.
Yeah.
All right, but the whole thing with Riley Sr.
But he.
Oh, I would have put hands on Riley Sr.
But then, I guess I don't know when it happened, but Johnny randomly blocked me on all social media. Then,
and at that point, that's not a sign. Like I talked to him so little, he didn't even bother blocking me.
Oh yeah, you're not blocked.
Oh, I don't know.
So he only blocked me. Fuck you, Johnny!
No, but like I said, I was so out of touch, you know? I was so dealing with my life and shit, you know?
But yeah, he blocked me, man, and then, he...
And dude,
I finally talked to Johnny.
Later. Like,
dude, literally a week ago.
Once we digested the story, I'm gonna get into how...
Literally, not a week ago.
What
was it a week?
Didn't do right.
I think a week ago, after 5 years, 4.5 years maybe.
You accidentally run into
dude,
him.
I was working coke, right? And then she was like, "Can you work in an extra store?" I'm like, "Fine, yeah, I'll go do it." And it was Bookshop Brothers Inviter. I'm like, "Okay, that's cool," because it's right next to home, so I'll just go do it. And I go to Bookshop Brothers Inviter. I'm fucking throwing cases. I go and do 20 ounces.
This is not relevant, but like as soon as you're done with that, you just beeline it to your house, or you gotta go back to Coke headquarters, or what?
To house.
All right, yeah, cool.
You clock in and out through your phone.
Yeah, good. Not relevant. Just wondering how that worked.
But I'm working, and I'm like, I'm talking 20.
How cool is it that it's next to your house if you got to go back to
I'm
headquarters?
stocking the 20. Yeah. I'm stocking the 20 ounces next to the front door, and guess who walks in? John. No, wait! Wait!
Celine Dion.
Wait!
I really thought that's where this story was going.
2 years prior to that.
Every bit of that story led to Celine Dion.
It was either.
And then you said right.
It was either right after Harvey. I think it was right after Harvey. Right after Harvey or Melda. I think it's Harvey. Right after Harvey. I seen Johnny and Riley Jr. at Woodville Walmart. They seen me for 2 seconds.
And they run.
Riley pulled Johnny away. Johnny was going to talk to me, but Riley pulled, let's go. And he pulled Johnny away. I was like, and I just, fuck it. You know, while I was working, I had to get to my next store. Anyways, fast forward. I see him first time in decades. Not decades, but, you know, years.
My approach might have made it worse. But it's like situations like that where I would have been like, no, bro.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And again, it might have made it worse.
I don't know. I guess I'm too weird. I'm just like...
I know. I don't want to be like, I know, you are too weird. No, but like, no one knows how to address that situation.
Yeah, it's a weird situation.
But I'm always going to be like that loyal, very aggressive, prideful, but more that aggressive loyalty. You know?
Aggressive loyalty.
Like, I don't know how to put it in hindsight, because I wasn't there. I don't know how to talk about it without sounding like I'm showboating, but I'm always willing to throw hands for the motherfuckers that I deeply fucking care about. And that is a sign. But like, I don't know, man. I was in some drama and Keenan didn't do anything. Well, you're not at the top of Keenan's list.
No.
No.
But So I see Johnny finally, dude. I see him. He walks in, and I'm like, Johnny! I make a scene.
Also, yeah, Johnny!
Johnny!
No, he can't talk to you. I would have made it would have been a different scene.
No, that was Woodville. That was Woodville.
Oh, you're talking about when you just seen him like the other week?
Yeah, recently I seen him. I said, Johnny! What? He said something. I'm like, hey, I got my stuff up.
Branching back to that, we were about full-blown knowledge of what's going on by the time you seen Riley and Johnny the last time, and Riley's like, Johnny can't talk to you.
Yes.
Being full-blown knowledge, I would have been like, what?
What?
No, I would have been like, and then I'm like, all right, Johnny, we were talking. I just hit Riley and go back to Johnny like nothing happened. Like, what's up, bro? How you been?
You can't hit him at Walmart working?
No, you can't. And you were doing, see, there's a reason. See, I told you we made different fucking decisions. We all branched off. I was rough around the edges, bro. Like, I would have been on the clock and still hit him.
Okay. But anyway, I see Johnny. I go to he says he's going to the beer aisle or whatever.
I've been, like, I will hit Riley and Riley Sr. next time I see them.
He says he's going to the beer aisle. So I go, I bring my stuff to the back. And I'm like, I'm done. I'm basically done. This is my last thing to do, really. So I go to the beer aisle. He's not there. I was like, this motherfucker seen me and left. He just fucking left. I'm looking around. I'm looking at every aisle. I'm like, he's gone. And I was like, what the fuck?
That can't be like he's trying to lead you off. I'm going to the beer aisle. Yeah. And that's where we all love beer. Yeah. So when you say you're going to the beer aisle, you're going to the fucking beer aisle. Yeah. It's not like, I'm going to the chip aisle. And you get to the chip aisle and he's not there. That motherfucker lied. Yeah. He's actually in the fucking cold cuts.
I was like, did he rush? I'm like, did he rush out? What the fuck? Did he rush? No. He grabbed it and fucking ran? Like, what the fuck? I'm looking at him. He's not.
He was there for some craft beer, but like decided on Bud Light just to get away from Adam.
No. but no. Funny, I don't think he bought beer.
Anyway, no.
But no, But so I go to the front, and he's like walking in and out of Brookshire Brothers.
Like he's so fucking scared to actually. Dude, be in a position where
he's kind of like walking in and out.
Talk to you.
And he's like in front of the bank right there at Brookshire Brothers or whatever. Or is it the bank or the front counter? Anyways.
No, yeah, that's customer service.
Yeah, customer service. And I'm like, what's up? And he's like, oh, I came here to get beer. I'm like,
go get beer, bro.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I don't know. I came here to get beer. I'm like,
why are you making laps around the fucking entry?
I'm like, you want to go look at it? Like, yeah. Okay.
I know a thing or two about beer, bro, if you want to go together.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like,
I don't know if you know I have a beer podcast. Of course you don't. You've been part of a cult.
He doesn't know that yet. So I'm like, you want to go look? So we go. He goes with me. He goes, yeah, let's go. So we go over there and we're looking at the beer and we just kind of like start talking. And I'm just kind of telling about my life. We don't get it. Maybe I should have like fucking been like, where the fuck you been? But I wasn't. I kind of had a casual conversation.
I've thought about it deep and hard, and I even thought about it more like mentally since we've started this episode. If I seen Johnny again, I would just sit him down and tell him how much I love him.
Yeah.
And that's it. Like he's a grown man. He's gonna make his own decisions, even if it's brainwashed decisions. He's such a grown man that you're not gonna make a decision for him.
Yeah, exactly.
If his decisions are based on brainwash, there's nothing but little you can do about it. There's nothing you can do about it, but there's little you can do about it.
So I just kind of talked to him. I told him about this podcast. I told him about the podcast.
All I could do
we had Michael J. White. You ever watch Spawn?
Yeah.
Jan Broberg, we had people on the fucking show.
You keep mentioning him. I think Michael J. White might be at the top of the celebrities you might have interviewed.
Huh?
No, my mind was branching. Like you keep mentioning Michael J. White like that's the only celebrity you interviewed.
He's my favorite.
Oh yeah, what was her name? London Seabreeze.
London Seabreeze.
Oh yeah, she doesn't deserve a name drop at all.
Joe McHale.
Only an upcoming actress.
Fuck
her.
The last person we interviewed, Joe McHale.
No, dude, I remember the reason why London Seabreeze comes to mind because wasn't she in Bad Boys for Life?
Yes.
Searched the whole movie for her.
Oh, really?
Who is she?
She was in it.
I wasn't part of the interview with London Seabreeze.
Her main.
So I didn't see her. I just know about her.
But she's mainly shown. I didn't see her either. But she's in
Beach Bums.
Beach Bums.
As Matthew McConaughey's love interest, right?
One of them.
Whore. No,
well, it's two women.
Not her.
It's on
Matthew
the yacht.
McConaughey is the whore.
They shot longer scenes, but those scenes were cut. Crazy enough, I had a second interview with James Marandino, director of SLC Punk.
Oh, like I need a reminder of who he is. A second interview?
So I had a second. Well, I had a dual. So I interviewed. I had him on the show, and then I had a comic book author on the show for.
Oh my god! It sounds like the best opinions of beer episode.
I had
Where
both
was
of them.
I
had both of them.
Was this after we had the falling out?
Yeah.
Oh my god! My alcoholism.
This is recently.
Fucks
This is
me.
like March or something. Yeah, March.
I could have been a part of that.
And he was telling me,
and I was like,
dude, so
mainly disappointed.
Have you ever
Just
heard
about all the questions that came
of Nymphomania?
Yeah.
You heard of Nymphomania?
The movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, like it has like 3 volumes.
Yeah. So the director of that invited. He's a Viking or whatever, or some weird shit.
It was like a weird movie. It was like they're trying to like make. I don't know. They're trying to like do things in the spirit of like
he's
Deep
weird.
Throat and
no,
shit.
he's a weird guy. So
yeah, it's like, dude, just make a porno.
He had this anthology series of different directors that would film a no budget, no CGI, no editing film. Had to be an honest film or whatever.
A backyard film.
And he invited a bunch of people. Two of those directors were the director of Beach Bum
and the director of SLC Punk.
SLC Punk. Cool. So I was like, whenever he told me that, I was like, holy shit.
The sound,
dude. Like, I interviewed London Seabreeze, who was in. I interviewed London Seabreeze, who was in a movie.
What? She's also part of that project?
No, I'm just saying it's just crazy that like the director worked with someone else I interviewed, and I thought it was cool that like a lot of my interviews somehow intertwine and like they all know each other. Yeah, I guess so.
And we're just like, I say we're like I'm still
talk about stuff.
I say we're like I'm just glad to see that I'm not the only one so unprofessional that he stops to go take some. Dude, I seen Joe Rogan do that. It made me feel so good. Like really, like I feel like the most unprofessional thing I can do is stop halfway through a podcast, take a piss because we've been drinking beer the whole time, and then like I was watching the Joe Rogan Experience the other day. He's talking to Kevin Smith. This is an old episode, but still, he's like, bro, stop! I gotta go take a piss, and it made me feel so good. Like, oh my god, other people do that, you know? I'm supposed to keep talking about stuff. Like Adam keeps things going. I'm the dude who fluently reacts to what the fuck Adam's talking about. And now I'm here. Like, Adam leaving made me forget what we were talking about. Adam, come back! Pinch it off! No.
What's up?
No, alright, so we were talking about... See, like, if we were still talking about Johnny and you left, I would have continued to talk about Johnny.
We were talking Johnny.
But we had, like, some kind of, like, half period where we were just talking about opinions and beer. And I've been too absent from that shit. I can't continue.
I guess so. You could have talked about Johnny, what you were going to say.
I just got really awkward because you left.
No!
I'm leaving.
Don't get awkward. Anyway.
Let me say this before I leave. It's one thing to be like, oh, man, it's so unprofessional, but I got to go take a piss halfway through this podcast. It's another thing when it's like, oh man, it's so unprofessional, but I'm going for like my 5th piss.
Oh god. But anyways, so Johnny, I seen Johnny. We talked. We were talking. I was telling him about how I have a new kid. He's like, "What? A second one? Who's your girlfriend? Ocean, Whitewater. How's Whitewater?" He remembers Whitewater. He at least remembers me. Oh no, Keenan, piss quickly! I got a big thing to tell you.
I'm trying.
I got a big thing to tell Keenan. I have a big thing to tell Keenan. Big. It's a big thing. Okay, so I'm talking to him. I'm chatting with him, and he goes to pick a beer and he doesn't like IPAs, so he ends up buying a Mike Hard's lemonade. And
This shit
I
is
think
actually so serious that
my car's lemonade. I think that I could hang out with Johnny. I think it's possible. We were having such a good conversation, even though it's short. I was like, we're connecting like we hadn't fucking seen. It's when you're good friends. When you're good friends with somebody, it doesn't come off like you haven't seen each other in fucking 4 years.
Like you seen him the other day.
Yes.
Yeah. I know. Dude, I just started hanging out with people I grew up with, and it was like we never missed a day.
Dude, yeah, that's how it feels whenever you
like people. Like the last time I hung out with these people, we were all like, I want to say 16.
See.
And I just got back in touch with them, and it's like we're all grown in these bigger bodies, but they all like maybe like someone who wasn't their best friend who hasn't seen them in years, but like, oh, you changed so much. But it's like it's still John, VJ, and Aaron to me. You know, it's like they look exactly like they did when I grew up, just fucking bigger. You know, like I know what you mean. Like not a day has passed.
Yeah. So we're just talking, and he goes to leave. I'm thinking, man, I might be able to talk him into hanging out. Hey, what are you doing? He says something about mowing grass or whatever, and
working for Riley Senior.
No, dude. Sure enough, I thought it was weird that he was he's by himself,
but he wasn't.
He wasn't. Outside waiting for him was Riley. I don't know which Riley. But I know one of the Rileys were waiting for him outside.
They're both called Riley.
Yeah, I don't know which Riley, but one of the Rileys was waiting for him outside. And I'm like, oh, that's why he's probably being weird. He's like, I don't know what to do. Should I go back to Riley? Should I fucking stay here and maybe get unconverted by Adam?
Yeah, because, like, deep down he probably, like, wants to talk to you, but it's forbidden by the Rileys and shit, you know?
And, oh, shit, no, I was going to tell you something important. Oh! He got his dream, though. So his dream was
he owns the job?
Yeah, well, kind of. But they opened an auto shop. That they now have an actual. They're not working out of the garage no more. They have an actual location where they sell cars. It's literally next to Senior Toro's and Viter, next to Walmart and Viter. They have their own little thing right there. They sell cars and shit.
Right next to Walmart?
Yeah, it used to be something else. It used to be another car thing, and they sold out. And then Riley bought the property, and now they're selling cars.
On the right side? Wait, no. Right next to Senior Toro's
right
is
next.
the tiniest little apartment complex.
Yeah, okay, right next to that one. Well, okay, so it's Senior Toro.
The tiniest little apartment.
Tiniest apartments, some weird thing, and then the parking lot.
All right. I was just... I don't remember what was there, you know.
And then the parking lot of cars where Johnny works on vehicles now.
What, did they buy that tiny little apartment complex? They could. It's so tiny. It's
I
like
guess
3 units.
so. But, so I go to the website. I'm looking at the website, and I see a name. And you know what the name of that is? Johnny Nash.
Auto? Johnny Nash Auto... Blah,
No,
blah, blah?
no. I'm just saying it says who works there, and Johnny Nash works there. Johnny.
Oh, like that's his last... It's not a hyphen or a... Or the slash.
Yes!
Like Johnny Nash is the last name he's going by?
At that auto place, yeah.
Dude, does he even still talk to his fucking mom, I wonder?
I don't know.
I mean, like, my mom talks to his mom all the time. I can find out.
What do you do? What's your thought? We didn't even talk about how he moved in with Riley. He lives at Riley's house.
Forgot that he actually had a real mom and dad.
So...
No, that was the weirdest thing. Like, he still, like, visited his mom on the holiday. And that was just the holidays. Like, he'd go, the better part of a year without talking to his mom. And talking to his mom, like, they'd like, get together.
Yeah.
For fucking whatever the fuck.
Man, what
the fuck does he tell her?
What would you do? What would you do if, like... How weird is that?
If that happened to your son?
How
where you're going with that?
Anybody. How weird is that? That weird. Is it normal to live with a man and his family, change your last name, and cut off communication with your friends?
I mean, yeah, if your friends and family are a piece of shit, maybe one friend was a piece of shit, but his family was great, you know? And I think about that a lot, dude. Like, I mistreated Johnny like shit when we were kids, dude. Like, Johnny was a couple years older than me. I was trying to, like... younger than me. I mean. Yeah, not older. No.
Johnny was older than me, so I picked on him.
Yeah. And that's why he came out the womb as me, my best friend. No, but Johnny was a couple years younger than me. So, like, I wanted to literally go party, do drugs, and fuck women. And he wanted to play Dragon Ball Z in the backyard.
You played Dragon Ball Z.
And also party, do drugs, and fuck women.
What women did you fuck?
And also party and do drugs. Sluts, Adam. That's who I fucked. Dirty sluts on drugs.
These sluts I fuck sluts. I love to fuck sluts. Sluts I fuck. Is that a rhyme?
I don't know. But no, dude, like, I think about
Bo Burnham.
Dude, for real. I think about that all the time. Like, if only, like, I treated Johnny differently, you know?
Yeah.
Like, dude, I swear to God, like, me and Johnny were the greatest friends who had no problems in life until I hit my teens first, and then, it became rocky. And then it became, like, jagged. Like, I treated Johnny like shit.
Do you remember whenever...
Like, he was the thorn in my side, the problem in my life. Because you gotta go back to, my mom and his mom were best friends. Dude, Johnny was at my house all the time, and I was literally, like, told by my mom, I cannot go and party and do drugs with my friends. I have to stay home. I have to stay home and play Dragon Ball Z with Johnny. No, I didn't have to stay home and play Dragon Ball Z with Johnny, but I had to stay home. If I'm staying home, I'm playing Dragon Ball Z with Johnny. You know? I tried to play Dragon Ball Z with the sluts and drug addicts I was partying with. They wouldn't go for it.
You remember when you backed up your car and it went to the ditch?
And Johnny saved my life. Saved. I'm not exaggerating. All right, I was not that goddamn drunk.
You know, ever since we stopped hanging
out, that could have happened to someone sober. I would have you know.
Ever since we stopped hanging out with Johnny, bad things stopped happening.
Stopped?
Have you driven a car into a ditch?
Yeah, but that's nothing to do with Johnny. That's to do with my drinking pattern and my suspended license. And the fact that I haven't owned a vehicle since the last time I owned a vehicle. He fucking pulled it out of the ditch. You know? Not relevant. That is relevant to my own bad decisions, not Johnny.
And then what else happened?
So many bad decisions. No, let me tell that story. I want to tell that story. I was
going to say Haley.
We're not like in full detail. I was going to say
you banged Haley Mudd, but that was Cameron's story.
Yeah.
Wait, would Johnny like Haley? No?
I think he did. I don't even remember.
That was weird.
But, like, banging Haley Mudd was like, you know, that happened. You know,
this is now just becoming a memorabilia episode.
Yeah, hashtag nostalgia.
Hashtag nostalgia.
No, but dude,
whoa,
do you have your charger with you? I was about to say, did you come that unprepared? No, all right, but dude, like, I want to put this on record. A sober person with the same foggy ass windows could have made the same mistake. Maybe not as bad.
How?
Maybe I missed the driveway entirely.
Didn't we have like 30 people there helping you?
No, y'all had like 4 people there watching me.
Whatever. We had Tommy showed up. Josh.
We're talking about after I got caught in the ditch.
Yeah.
I thought you were like talking about like trying to 20 people trying to direct me, make sure I didn't get in the ditch.
Oh
no! Look, no! Look, that's look at the sides.
Okay, the sides.
Yeah, that's an extension and shit. All right, so I'm backing up. I'm in a tiny little Camry, and the windows were so dude. I've been drinking and I was tipsy, and I probably shouldn't have been driving. But, like I keep saying, a sober person might have done the same thing. Because the windows were foggy as fuck. And I could not see. I thought I had it. So, I just gunned it. I did not have it. I don't know. A sober person might have even been more fucked. Because a sober person might have thought they had it, and they might have mostly had it, but then they went and like half-ass went off the ditch and all up on the fucking, what do you call that? The concrete fucking drainage pipe? You know? Dude, a sober person might have like drugged their chassis all over that fucking pipe. I just went full-blown ditch. Alright, maybe that's a good thing. You know?
Maybe.
All I know is my car was so like I tried to go through this ditch and it's a fucking ditch, bro. It's like it's not one of those 6-7 feet fucking ravines, but it's like a 4 or 5 foot ditch. It's a ditch.
Yeah, it's a ditch.
It's a fucking ditch. Like, and I tried to back up through this ditch, like, just I can gun it, I can make it. You know, I was raised in fucking trucks. It's the first car my mom owned.
It was up in the air.
And that was like me as a young teenager discovering that cars cannot do the same things as trucks. I thought they fucking could, you know, like they had the same gas pedal. No, no, but really, like I back up and I get stuck, and my ass end of this car is so all up in the air that you could stand underneath. It is far enough in the air for a grown fucking person to effortlessly stand underneath it. You could stand underneath my car right at the fucking ass end and the bumper and all that shit. It was 6-7 feet in the air. Like a grown fucking dude can look up like, yeah, that's a problem. You know? And we didn't know what to do. A cop could pull down this road any moment, and then I am fucked with a capital F. Like really fucking fucked. I eventually got that fucking fucked, but that's a different story. Alright, that's a different story, different occasion, happened again. But that night, we searched our brains, like who the fuck can we call to help us?
And we called Johnny.
And we called Johnny the truck owner that we knew. You know, and Johnny didn't hesitate. Johnny's like, you're in trouble, you're my friend.
He might have hesitated.
Of course, because we called him in the middle of fucking night.
It was like 1 a.m.
Yeah, dude, I mean, like, didn't hesitate as in he showed up at all.
Yeah.
You know, that's his version of not hesitating.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, Johnny hesitated, but he showed.
He was like, oh, God, don't you know it's...
Dude, I think he even tried to get out of it. Like, bro, no, I can't. Like, all right, fine, bro. Like,
He's stuck. He's gonna get out. His mama needs to buy some groceries in the morning.
I don't even remember. I'd like to believe I was honorable. Like, oh, man, if you can't help me, I'll accept responsibilities. But I'm pretty sure I wasn't like that. Like, oh, bro, please. Yeah.
Oh. Remember when we played LARP?
Yeah, dude. Me and my friends are about to actually do that again.
LARP?
Yeah, and we have that's actually on my one and only episode of the kitchen table with Keenan Kitchens. We talk about how there's a bed and breakfast in Mississippi. It's an entire pirate ship. Now, upon entering this pirate ship, they give you a costume and weapons, and it's cosplays from
Where's
there.
that?
It's in Mississippi. It's such a stone throw, and it's $100 a night, or
LARP.
Yeah, it's like or LARPing. They give you the costume. You can just chill and not LARP in that costume, but we're gonna fucking LARP, you know. Or they don't even give you a costume. Costumes are just available if you want them. We fucking want them, you know.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, like I'm trying to save up for that. Yeah.
We LARPed once in
With Johnny.
Johnny
It was only LARPing experience. Jonathan got us into that, didn't he?
Didn't Johnny date a girl? You dated her? Johnny dated her?
I don't know.
Johnny.
No, I didn't date it. I never dated it. I could count the women I've dated on one hand.
Oh, okay. Johnny was a good guy. Sucks that we lost him. No, I don't know how to see him again. You would think that, like, I don't know if, like, seeing him that one time either made a positive impression, like...
Or enforced the fact that he needs to go deeper into the cult.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't say anything crazy. I just thought, I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, you trying to make it all casual and shit?
Yeah, I made it casual.
Well, like, all you can do is, like, hit Johnny up and see.
I can't. I'm blocked.
You're still blocked?
How would I be unblocked?
On camera. I'm hitting Johnny up right now.
Do it.
It's late. He probably won't see this message till tomorrow, but the message is being sent right now.
Call him.
What, you're blocked, but you got his number.
No, I'm gonna go to the website.
You mean like messenger?
I'm gonna go to the car website.
Oh, I don't know. Like, if I may not be friends with him, and I've been kicked from Facebook for 30 days for sharing a dirty picture.
Porn?
Yeah, it was porn.
What?
It was on a private porn page. Like, how the fuck does someone have a private porn page filled with porn, and you send porn to that private, not page, group. It was a private group for porn. I sent porn to this private group, and I get banned. Facebook makes no sense.
Oh, wow, they updated their shit. Wait, they updated their shit?
No, man, I'm not even friends with Johnny anymore. I gotta, like, literally send him another friend request, which I can't do for 5 days. I have 5 more days of my 30 days.
Hey, call. Here, get your phone.
Johnny Nash.
Wait. These are
MC question mark?
All right. Do 409 550. I'm live.
Yeah, they heard that.
1644.
1644, you said?
All right, call it. Speaker.
All right, but don't talk at first.
I'm not.
Oh, it's late as fuck. It's 12:30. He may not even answer.
Say, who's this? Let's see who they answer.
Again, don't talk at first.
Shh.
Make him think. It's just me, Keenan calling Johnny.
Okay. Ask who it is. Like, who is this?
It's 12:30. He may not even answer.
It is pretty late.
Do you know? I lost count now, but I always hang up on the 5th ring. Because the answer machine hits at the 6th ring. If they're not picking up by the 5th ring, they're not picking up.
Oh, really?
Thank you for calling Prime Auto. Good truck.
It's Johnny!
But that's his business.
That's his number!
No, he's just, thank you for calling, what do you say, Autos?
Prime Auto.
Yeah.
But that's his personal number.
I can see.
That's his...
You know, he's all about his business so much that he that's his answering for his personal number.
Exactly. At least we got his number. You called him?
Yeah, I'm calling tomorrow.
Who is that?
And I ain't gonna mention any. If I ever call Johnny and he answers, I won't mention anything. But like, bro, we need to save you, or anything. I'm just gonna be like, it's so good to hear from you, and blah blah blah.
I wonder if we can wake him up at midnight and be like, that would really piss him off. Like, we're doing a Johnny McCollum episode.
No. You know, like
What are you doing?
Like, if he answers the second time, but I won't mention that we're in an episode. I won't mention anything that I miss him and I love him.
Here we are. We're calling the phone. We're seeing what's gonna happen. 15 seconds in the ring. 16 seconds.
Some people
20
fucking
seconds
literally
in the
turn
ring.
their ringer off to go to sleep, man.
No, yeah, I just did it. I just did my.
I don't. Just
week
in
ago.
case, God forbid, you get a phone call. You know.
Well, I did mine a week ago.
Well,
Thank you for calling Prime Auto. Good truck.
That rang less. He must have cut it off.
If you leave a message, we'll
What did he say?
call you back.
because it's 12.
He said Johnny McCollum. Shh.
The mailbox is full.
Fuck your
Mailbox is full. I was so
Fuck
gonna,
your
Dude,
mailbox.
I was gonna leave a simple message like, "Hey man, I got this number off of a friend of a friend and a friend." I don't even know what I was gonna say. A friend of 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 a friend. Like that mutual guy that you don't talk to anymore. No, but I was gonna be real subtle. Like, man, I just miss you, Johnny. That's it, and then click. You know, but like, the mailbox is full.
I don't know what this other number is.
No, man, I just maybe it would have been. Maybe you wouldn't been so
Why is it blue?
keen to escape us if I wasn't such a shitbag to him.
Shitbag.
Yeah, dude, like, I treated Johnny like shit.
He was the mutilator.
And I think even, like, after we got older and we were almost both on the same page, because I was older, I, like, had this sense of superiority that might have distanced, like, no, Johnny, bro, I'm older.
You know how I met Johnny?
Yeah, like, because you were talking about how much you hate Harry Potter. And you loved Harry Potter. And he was like, you want to go? We'll go.
Whatever. That's
you
not
slapped
happened.
the books out of his hand.
I did not slap nothing out of his hands.
No, that's like, that was
poked
his first interaction.
No, he would freak out if you touched it. Like,
and being the bully that you were, you touched it.
Overly.
You touched it.
He would overly freak out.
He's like, do not. Yeah, because he was a weird kid.
But he would remember where shit was. So if you just did this, he would know that it was moved. And so...
You ever seen the Power Ranger reboot? It was
Yes.
2016, 2017?
Yes.
Billy. You know?
Yeah.
Jason stood up for Billy. It was a huge part of the book. Like it was an adaptation.
People would touch his
huge
book
part of the movie.
and he'd freak out.
Much like when someone touched Billy's pens.
Well, that's
in
how
Power
me and him
Rangers.
became friends. How did me and him become friends?
Oh, you know what? Billy and Jason became friends.
How did me and him become friends?
Same way Billy and Jason did.
How?
You touched his book.
No.
No, wait. You were the bully in that situation. Billy and Jason became friends because Jason defended Billy.
See?
Did you defend him any?
No.
You're like, no, I tried to rip his books up. No.
Well, I was not the main book toucher.
Yeah?
There were other book touchers. I just also egged it on. Anyways, I didn't egg it on. I just did not demote it. I promoted book touching.
I actually had such a great time in school and such a great
Talk about Johnny.
I know, I'm getting to that. I had such a great situation. I was like, everyone thought I was like a nerd that was like a force to be reckoned with.
What nerd?
I was like a nerd
How?
people were afraid to bully.
What'd you say?
Not much.
See how you're a nerd? You gotta
Because I was also a goth. I was like a Satan worshiper with a Harry Potter book. To the whole entire school.
You don't have a mohawk no
They're
more.
like,
where's your mohawk?
They're like, bitch.
Where's your mohawk?
No, they were like, bitch.
Where's your mohawk?
I grew up. I got a job. That's where my mohawk went. No, but like,
James Marandino is disappointed in you.
He is. No, really, that was like his whole point of the movie. Like, you gotta grow up.
Oh, yeah.
You can't live your life by lyrics, you know? No, wait, the irony of the whole point of SLC Punk, and that movie was like my Bible. Yeah. I lived by it. And they state in the movie, like, don't live by this movie.
I'm like kind of like friends with him. He'll like do a live stream. I'll be on the live stream like, Adam has a podcast I was on. He's a cool guy. He lives in a city in Texas.
No, he said that?
Yeah, he lives in a city in Texas, but it's my favorite documentary, The Thin Blue Line.
Get a third interview. I want to talk to him again. I swear to God, like, after the interview, I was so nervous to talk to him. And then, like, I didn't, like, conduct myself.
The second interview ended short because he had a big...
It doesn't matter. Get a third interview because... Like, I don't feel like I conducted myself inappropriately or anything, but I swear to God, the second the interview ended, my mind was just overflown with a slew of questions that I should have asked.
Probably, yeah. Yeah, same here. Same with the second interview.
Same with every interview.
Guess thing.
Dude, that's part of interviewing someone. You ask them everything that you can, but the act of the interview ending on its own prompts questions.
True that. Johnny. What else did I say about Johnny?
Dude, all I want to know, like, if somehow Johnny comes across this, probably not.
He might. I told him about it.
Or maybe if you directly show him to him, like,
I told him Opinions of Beer.
Watch this.
I told him Opinions of Beer. He might be downloading episodes.
If I could speak to Johnny again, I would tell him I still, like, deeply love him as much as I did the last time I seen him.
We love you, Johnny. He looks weird now.
And
It's not
it's-
weird.
it's
He looks
just-
like an adult.
It's weird
Is
how
that weird to say?
like it's weird how looking
Grown
back
up.
like
He's older.
Johnny, and that's why I treated Johnny the way I did. I thought it was unconditional love. Like I could treat him like shit and he'll always be there. And I treated him like shit and one day he wasn't there. And I realized the love was not unconditional and it was me that fucked up and
I'm
not
sure I look
Johnny.
fat. Do I look fat to you?
No. No, you were getting there, but like you're good now.
What? When?
And when I say getting there, like you got a little bit of pudge on your chin and
Right now I do?
No, like back in the day.
Oh, okay.
Like a couple years ago. But now you look like Adam.
Okay.
Maybe that, dude, that pudge could still be there. You've also grown more facial hair.
I have. I shave it every once in a while.
Well, last time I seen you, you had that same exact beard. But last time I seen you was like a year and a half ago, and shit went awry.
Alright! I told Johnny about that too, though.
No, it's not like,
I-
alright, like we're making, no, let's make a good, but no, it's a dark subject.
What's funny is that I told
It's dark
Johnny,
matter, bro.
I was with Johnny, and I was within that 30,
Dark matter.
Within that 30 minutes, I was like, "When's the last time you talked to Keenan?"
So Keenan
I
had,
don't know, same
so
time.
Keenan had an episode. Johnny's like, again.
he did say that.
I know. I'm sorry. I black out.
I was like, yeah, I haven't really talked to Keenan in a year because my wife won't let me. But
But last time I did, he had an episode. This one, my wife won't let me.
but yeah, it's like, no, Keenan's always doing something. That's what Johnny said. Keenan's always doing something.
Well, that's enlightening. I am always doing something.
But
Well, no, that's just it. That's why I've been hit with depression. Because, like, I was homeless and still, like, lively and still doing shit. You know, it's like now I have my own place. And now I'm not doing a fucking thing because I'm just trying to work to keep this place.
that's how life is, man.
Yeah, dude, I tell people, like, people be like, bro, I'm about to be, like, homeless in a week. I'll be like, bro, you're in for a good time. It's uplifting.
It's weird, man. Like, cause I kind of feel that, man. I work a full-time job. I work a full-time job. I do a podcast,
Dude,
I do a podcast.
Well, no, this isn't like it isn't like a
weekly. I do a weekly podcast.
This isn't a public service announcement.
2 kids.
Where I tell people to go out and be homeless.
Guys.
But I do want to say that when I was homeless, man, and like I was at rock bottom. So
How do I accomplish the things I do?
What, like the podcast and the job?
In general, like look at what I do. Like I have a not to gloat, but I have a full-time job that adds extra days to me all the time. I have 2 kids, a wife. I have a podcast that I have to post weekly.
Look, I'll be honest. You're neglecting one of them. No, I'm joking. Either there's a kid who doesn't know his father, or a job who's like that employee is just not here all the time. No, I'm joking.
Maybe. I have been getting in trouble for being late to work.
Oh, really? Cause dude, I am actively I work nights, dude.
So-
I show up at 11 p.m. and I cannot stand seeing the excitement on the shift that's being released.
Yeah.
You know, the shift that's getting off that I'm replacing.
So
I cannot stand seeing their excitement of leaving, and that's why I'm purposely late all the time. I want them gone by the time I get there.
So for the longest time I've been getting away with it, kind of. It's on accident. I'm late on accident. I never want to be late.
I'm purposely late every day.
No, I'm not. I never want to be late. It's always on accident. But I somehow I've skimmed through. But we are going to a new system at work where the robot points us.
It's called a program. Unless it has a physical metal body. It's
A program will point us if we're late.
Oh no, program does that every night. I need a manager's override. Every time you're late, you need a manager's override.
Oh really?
Every night, manager's override. Why don't you show up on time? I don't wanna.
See, we don't get a manager's override, but you get points.
Taken away. And then
Well,
you
no, it's called.
buy things with your
no,
points.
no. It's called points.
Your Coke points are taken away.
No, it's like strikes.
Oh, strikes.
Like after 5 strikes or whatever, or 10.
Well, see, that's how you know you have a structured job. I'm at a dead end job, and you're happy I'm fucking here. You know?
Oh my god.
They know.
I have a dead end job.
No, your job's, dude.
What's a dead-end job to you?
What's your vehicle?
A dead-end job.
What's the make and model of your vehicle?
2016 Ford Flex.
I couldn't. No one working fast food can afford. Did you get? You got it straight off of a lot, didn't you?
No.
Would you buy it from a friend?
No.
Buy it from someone you seen?
I bought it online.
With a for sale? So
Online.
Facebook?
No.
But you went to a guy's house.
Carvana.
You went to.
You can get Carvana a car. I showed you can get a
Carvana. Carvana?
Yeah, you can put $0 down right now. You can get a fucking car right now. It's
They
like
send it to you. Tell me payment.
I mean, it might be a weird fucking
But you
a
probably
2.4.
You also have.
Will you drive?
You have good credit.
Yeah, will you drive 2.4?
Dude, I watched you build your credit up.
Will you
Paid for that refrigerator forever to build your credit.
And someone fucked it up. Someone fucked my refrigerator up. Will you buy a 2.4? Will you buy a 2.4?
Did you give them cash? And they give
Will you buy a 2.4?
You gave them.
No, I didn't. Zero cash.
Zero down. No, I keep forgetting.
Zero down.
They didn't just meet some bastard
Zero
online
down.
selling that vehicle.
$0 down, and a man drives it to you.
With
drives it to you
with bad credit.
Yeah, if you order the car that is in Texas, they'll give you $0 down. If they drive it to you from Houston, they'll
Do you
drive
have
it
to
to
have the
you.
money by the time they get it to you?
No, they just give it to you, and you
Pay them later, monthly, like you
Monthly,
do-
yeah.
like same like as a car lot.
Yeah, but yes,
God, technology, man.
it's Carvana. I wish they would do it to houses. I wish they would do it to houses.
A vehicle can show up in your mailbox.
You can afford to. I think.
Yeah. Look, what happens is
You have to go to Vita Walmart.
it's not very graceful, but on
Wait,
the day of delivery.
Does Orange Walmart have electric pumps?
No.
Okay, Vita Walmart has electric pumps.
No shit.
Yeah, so if you get an electric car like a 4.2, you can go there and
I
charge
if you got an electric car in Southeast Texas, move.
No, but Vita got they got some sort of tax deal where if they put those in, they would
They get a tax write-off.
Yeah, a big tax write-off. So
Yeah.
they're like, fuck yeah, we'll put those in.
And like no one uses them.
I seen one car use them.
Buyer right next, like, bro, I got a jacked up D71.
I've seen one car use it in the last couple months that's been open.
Was it a Prius? Tell me it was a Prius.
I can't remember what car it was.
It was a Prius.
I remember one person being next to it with their vehicle.
And in 75, literally Z71s, like the South is obsessed with, of course, Chevy over Ford. But oh my God, if I never see another Z71, it would be okay. No, it wouldn't be okay. I want one. I want to go outside and look and see a Z71 in my parking. Dude, a friend of mine got it jacked the fuck up. Like, oh my God, another inch, it wouldn't be illegal. Another inch, and of course, you can jack your truck up as long as you want. Just once you reach a certain height, you have to lower your license plate and tail lights. Like, you literally have to get the gear to lower it and shit. It's a cost within itself. But this Z71, had it been another inch, he would have had to buy that gear. And he bought it for $1,500.
Fuck yeah.
Mud tires, beautiful truck, gas guzzler. That's why it was sold for $1,500.
You see, we're going to get apparently. Judge us if we're wrong, but we're supposed to get a second stimulus.
Oh, dude, I refuse to think about that because it would be such a blessing to my life, and it's so weird to say.
Because Democrats don't want it because
it'd be helpful.
No, they're fighting about what's going to be in it.
Don't help
Trump.
people.
No,
We're
Trump.
here to torment people.
Well,
Where
Trump.
have you been?
Trump won't sign off of it until
The Democrats. Sign
No,
off
no.
on that?
He wants a tax-free month on our checks.
That doesn't help me.
On our checks.
That doesn't help me.
On your check.
Oh no, it does help me. Oh, you're talking about like not in hindsight, like like you don't have to give taxes, like what you're.
He's calling a tax. He wants a tax holiday put into the stimulus package.
1 month one. I'd rather
to where
if it's just one.
No, on top of the stimulus check.
Oh, on top of that sounds. No,
So,
that's golden. It will never happen. That's so financially golden that would help so many people that it will make the government throw up.
Because he wants to have like he called it a tax holiday where on top of the money you're given, if you're working a job, they won't take taxes from your check.
See, that's what pisses me off so bad.
Have you looked at your checks compared to what they take?
Oh, I always do.
Dude,
no,
I
stopped looking.
Dude,
it's so
I looked
disgusting.
at my check pre-tax. It was
I make like $700 a week, and I get like $500.
No, dude, pre $700 a week?
No, I'm just it's like $600.
Oh, pre-tax for two. So
I was exaggerating for the podcast, Adam.
Pre-tax for 2 weeks was like $1,900, and it was like after tax it's like it took like $500, $800, $700.
Oh, not a week, every 2 weeks.
That's every 2 weeks. He's pissing. He's taking a pee, a whiz, a tinkle, if you may say. He is excruciating urine into the toilet as I speak in this voice of voices. I'm gonna come in with the comic book. He doesn't know yet. He's not in it. He's not in the first page, but he'll be in the second page, second draft. I may say I'm working with somebody. I may do something with that. I'm gonna add him in a corner somewhere, like it's like a secret character.
Anyways, like we're so caught up in saying the term the government, the American government, the American government, the government's doing this, government that, government this.
Government, what do you do for your life?
No, listen. No, I was talking to someone how there is no the American government. It's so decompartmentalized that there's just like 10,000 factions working against each other, and that is the Americans. And
2,000 fish in the air.
Like, well, dude, even if you say there's 10 factions working against each other, it's not a fucking good thing. But there's not 10, is there? Like, if you break down every single legislation... Alright, really, there's just 3 legislations. But if you break down all the 99 different departments of the 3 legislations, and how the 99, or the 25 or 50 departments that are part of the same legislation, but are also working against each other...
I got 99 brown, but a bitch ain't one.
Every single decompartmentalized department of the government is literally actively fucking like working against each other. Like literally, like they will announce they are working against this other motherfucker, you know, and that is the American government's.
The American government, baby. I'm gonna mix this.
No, you said American government.
I mix this with the stout.
Oh, I want to do that. Oh, you're doing that. Oh, no, that's not a mix. That's just a full cup.
Well, the stout's empty.
Already?
We drank it! We've been drinking for 2 hours.
Time flies when you're drinking. I was like, let's go to the beer store again. It's 12:56.
Yeah, it's closed. It's closed. Oh, we're getting to the end of the episode.
There's no the American government.
Yeah.
There's the American governments.
What's your thoughts on we're past the Johnny McCollum story. I guess we're past it. We still have beer. We've said what we said.
No, I mean, yeah, but like I just and I've said this already, but I want to say again, like I just mistreated him so much, man. And that's heavy on my soul and shit.
Did I mistreat? I didn't get to say how I met Johnny. I was trying to tell how I met Johnny. I met Johnny.
It was like
touching his Harry Potter book, but a couple things happened back to back. So on Easter,
it was the stories where like those two enemies became friends.
Easter holiday.
It was a very Hollywood story.
Easter holiday at school. I guess we were out looking for Easter eggs, and then what happened? I
remember you used to only listen to Weird Al.
Not Keenan. I told
you at Johnny's
so
birthday.
I went to my friend Taylor's face and I said, Johnny was talking shit about your mama. Taylor, his mother was dead.
He's like, that's not okay, bro.
No. As soon as I said that, he said, well, he was standing next to somebody. And he said, my mom? And as soon as I thought, because Taylor's a big motherfucker. He's like a bouncer in real life. Right now, as an adult, he's a bouncer. So as a kid, he's a fucking big fucking dude for a kid. You know what I mean? He's a bigger dude for a kid. And I was like, I instantly regretted saying that to Taylor. A, because Taylor's my friend. And B, because I felt I didn't want Taylor to go and kill Johnny. So, because I said that. So I turned to, what's his I don't even know who the dude was. Like, Jared, I think his name was Jared, perhaps. I turned to Jared. No, it was your mom. So he goes and punches Johnny in the face.
What? Off of what you started.
Yeah, he goes, punch Johnny in the face. But Johnny knew. So Johnny, he punches Johnny in the face. Johnny gets punched in the face, looks at me, and jumps on me.
Ha!
But then
he started it.
He knew, but he didn't know, but he knew. So he knew because me and him were feuding, and so he knew that it was me.
Yeah.
And so he jumped on me. I flipped him over, and I smashed his head into the ground. Anyways, we all go to the principal's office, and I get sent home for the day. I think I get sacked. I think I do. Timmy came with my mom. Timmy, for some reason, wasn't in school. That's probably why he had a truancy warrant. They got arrested before or later.
I'm seeing patterns here.
He got a truancy warrant. You see patterns?
I'm seeing patterns.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He later went on to, we don't know.
Timmy had a truancy warrant for not going to school. He was with my mom to pick me up. They picked me up. I come back to school. I think I go to SAC. And when I get out of SAC, something happens to where it's art class and some people stayed behind. It was me and Johnny. We had stayed behind, and I guess we got in some sort of argument, and I shoved Johnny.
Oh my! How all beloved friendships start.
I shoved Johnny. He flies over a desk onto another desk. That desk almost tips over, but it gets stopped by the desk behind it. So he goes over 2 desks, almost falls over, collapses into a 3rd desk.
Good shove.
and then something happened, but our walk to art class, we shook hands and said, hey, let's be friends. Because that was weird. Whatever.
Well, that's how kids are.
That was weird. Because all that stuff happened. I mean, all that stuff, we were feuding. I had some dude punch him in the face. He attacked me. I smashed his head into the ground. I went to SAC, came out of SAC, shoved him over 3 desks. Walked into art class, we shook hands and said, let's be friends.
Well, Johnny, I don't know how Johnny was like, yeah, that's cool, let's do that. I can see how I could do that.
Yeah, he's kind of said it, so.
I can see how, I would be I remember I had a feud, really, the dude, I had this really short-lived feud. Me and the guy were, I was best friends with his older brother, right? But of course, by default, I was friends with him, you know? And he got to talking some shit in class. Oh, you gay. That's all he kept saying. Oh, you gay. You know, you gay. I was talking about my friend VJ to go into more detail. He's like, what, you gave someone a BJ? I was like, no, man, quit being dumb. He's like, nah. And that's when he kept on it. You're gay. You're gay. You know, like that dude from South Park. You're gay.
Oh, nah.
And I had my pride to think about. I was like, motherfucker, stop. You know, it's not funny anymore. Stop. You're gay. You keep going. You're gay. You know, I was like, bro, if you don't stop, I'm gonna beat the fuck out of you. You know? And it's like, if you want to go, man, just meet me at my house. I'm not about... And it's funny. It wasn't like this big, heated, shit-talking contest. It was like a very subtle conversation about how... And that's how I knew this dude was, business and shit. This dude was, He's like, dude, if you want to fight... I'm not doing it in school. You won't come over to my house. I'll fucking beat your ass. I was like, if you think so, motherfucker, I'll be there after school. I'll ride the bus home with you. And he's like, oh, you guy. And he didn't think I would. I showed up at his, at that young, it was middle school, not any kind of high school or bullshit. But at that young, you all grouped together for your buses and shit. And children have to be watched and all that, you know. So I grouped together at his bus instead of mine. I was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I'm going home with you," you know. And we did, and he beat the fucking fuck out of me.
You?
Yeah. And they did. My reputation at the time was like I'm a scary, creepy, fucking strange motherfucker. You know, and he was just so fast. You know, he was so goddamn fast. You know, I remember when the fight started, I got lit the fuck up. Like, it took me a second for my mind to realize that the fight has started. Meanwhile, he's landing 90 hits. You know, but like before that, we were friends, and we had this little feud, and like I can understand that because like I like wanted to be his friend afterwards because he beat my ass. Like if you think about the logical reason why we were fighting, it was petty. It was middle school. It was like, "Oh, you gay." And I was so pridefully hurt that I was like, "Those fighting words." You know?
Fighting words.
But he was just, you know. But in hindsight, he was just bullshitting and fucking jokes in class. You know,
Yeah.
he had actually not done anything to me worth fighting for.
Yeah.
So when he beat my ass, like if he talked shit on my mom, or if he had a legit reason for me to hate him, and then he beat my ass. And then I'd be like, "Well, you just keep your fucking eye open for round 2, you know?" And I'd continue to hate him. But we had no real reason to be fighting, and he beat the fuck out of me. And I was like, "Oh my God, you're a cool guy. You can fight. You know, that's so cool that you can fight. Let's be friends."
Let's be friends.
So that was Johnny. That was like a lot of people had that thought, like, "All right, the fight's over. The fight's over." All right, like.
Over.
Fucking shoulder shrug.
Let's be friends.
When you're kids,
Johnny.
you're like, that was a petty reason to fight. Now that's
Johnny,
over.
motherfucker. Johnny.
I mentioned that story because it's just as petty as touching someone's book.
One day, this podcast better be me, Keenan, and Johnny.
It may never be, dude.
It should be.
No, dude, like...
He likes beer, apparently, or he's interested in trying it, even though he went and bought fucking Mike's Hard Lemonade. It's like...
No, man. He's, you used the word earlier. He's, it starts with an A. He's acquitted, adjusted. He's gone.
Gone.
He's a Nash now.
It's a fucking... He said McCollum, though, on the voicemail. That's what's confusing. So, like...
No, he didn't. He said this is blah, blah, blah workshop.
Call it.
I was going to say, I'll call him a third time.
Call it again.
And the fucking chance that
Go to the voicemail. Voicemail. Let it go to voicemail. Let it go to voicemail.
Yeah, this is,
and see what he says.
Was it this 550 number?
Yeah, you called it twice? Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, it's that one. 1644. Woohoo!
Let's say his number on the podcast and make people call it.
Hey, he'll get a lot of business. Who's calling me at 1 a.m.?
If he answered, I'll be like, "Bro, I was trying to get a hold of your voicemail. I didn't think you'd answer."
Yeah.
I was trying to see what your voicemail said.
Thank you for calling Prime Autos. Good trucks. Nope.
See, he doesn't say a name. He says,
does!
No, he says...
Call it back!
Alright, just to bug him. Just to blow his phone up. Maybe he'll wake up.
Put it on speaker. Let it finish. He says it. Why'd you cut it?
Oh,
Why'd you cut it off?
because I thought you were talking about the moment where he said, "Thank you for calling Prime Autos."
He said, "This is Johnny McCollum." He goes, thank you for calling Prime Autos. This is Johnny McCollum.
Johnny Nash.
Thank you for calling Prime Autos. Good trucks. No bull. We're unavailable at the moment. If you leave a message, we'll call you back as soon as possible.
Oh, he didn't say Johnny McCollum, did he?
No, I didn't.
Damn it! Why
I
did
knew
I
that.
think he said that?
Because his name's not Johnny McCollum anymore.
Why did I think he said
It's Johnny Nash.
I thought he said McCollum.
Oh, I'm sorry. I gotta say, Johnny Nash is a lot better.
At least it's his voice.
Yeah, at least they didn't change that. Like, they got the fucking technology to do so. At least they didn't give him an implant with a different vocal cord. No, but I know what you mean. At least it isn't Riley Sr.'s fucking voice on
So
Johnny.
that is Johnny's phone.
By the way,
That's Johnny's
he's
phone.
so fucking deep in this cult. It would not surprise us if Johnny Nash or Riley Nash Sr. did Johnny's fucking what is it? I don't know.
Autopsy.
No, autopsy also. But no, I was gonna say auto record voicemail. I was gonna say answering machine, but then I realized it wasn't the 90s.
Apparently, he's allowed to drink beer now, though, or alcohol.
Oh, he's just getting permission at the age of 25.
Because I seen him buy the Mike's Hard to go mow grass. So,
oh man,
that's I assume.
Dude, like underage kids are allowed to buy Mike's Hard.
Oh, really?
I mean, not really, but when you walk up to the register with Mike's Hard, like you look like a child. They still don't ID you. They're like, it's just Mike's Hard.
Just Mike's Hard lemonade. It's just a Mike's Hard. That's funny.
It's barely. I'll keep that number.
He didn't want no IPAs or nothing. He said, "Oh, I don't really like IPAs." I guess IPAs are you have to get used to.
Yeah,
definitely get used to beer. Man, I wanted to bring Brewzilla over here for us to drink, and fuck me.
Yeah, that's my dude. I should
next time.
like the second we started planning this, I should have called in. Then we'd be drinking Brewzilla.
Yeah, dude, Brewzilla is a barrel aged IPA. It's like fucking a rarish because like people don't really age IPAs. They age stouts and shit, but they never age IPA. So it's a very rare. It's like a very interesting beer, and when you taste it, it's like wow. That's when I tasted it fresh at the brewery. It's been kind of sitting in my fridge right now.
I don't know how we burned through that bottle so fast. This is like 2 glasses for each of us.
It's just a bomber bottle. I mean, how many ounces is this?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's like 1/4 of the bottle per glass, you know?
Yeah. I mean, it's just one bottle. There's a limit of 2. I bought 2 because that was the limit. You can only buy 2 bottles. It's a rare beer.
Yeah, to stop people from.
There you go.
Buying
so here we are.
7 of them.
We made it. Is there any final thoughts we should talk about, Johnny?
Oh man, I just miss him so much, man.
We missed Johnny. We gotta rate that beer.
I mean, he was like my brother. Like we grew up. Like the best way we could explain it was, we're cousins, you know. But like we weren't really related at all. Like my mom and his mom were best friends.
See, it was you. It was that weird that we're cousins, but we're not cousins. We're just friends.
But he wasn't a cousin. He was a fucking brother.
Now he calls someone else brother.
Well, it's like that's. In hindsight, I was so dumb. But in hindsight, it's like I treated him like shit because he was like a little brother to me. You know, it's like my older brother treated me like shit.
Yeah.
And I had a younger brother that was Johnny, so I treated him like shit. You know, I just wanted shit to roll downhill, I guess. Like, oh, you're younger than me. My older brother treats me like shit, so I guess I should treat you like shit. And there's those times when it's just like I was forced to hang out with Johnny. I was literally forced to hang out with Johnny. Like, I had plans to go out with some people my age, and we had plans to go out partying and drinking and doing drugs. And I was a teenager, and it's like I want to go out and do drugs and fuck these bitches. And I was literally like, no, I'm not exaggerating. I was literally like at the age of like 16 when I had like these plans to literally go to this party filled with women. I was gonna go smoke a fuckload of weed. I was gonna go drink a keg of beer and do a line of coke. And that was the plan. Like, I can't wait to leave to go drink all that beer and smoke all that weed and do that coke. And my plans would be diminished by, no, you have to go in the backyard and play make-believe with Johnny. You know, because there's such an age difference that's what Johnny was doing.
So I was going to set things on fire.
Yeah, and there's such an age difference that's what Johnny was doing. Johnny was playing make-believe. But I was older, and I wanted to go party, and I really wanted to go do drugs. I really wanted to go do drugs.
So you rebelled.
Yeah, no. Dude, like, I would literally, like, get mad at Johnny, and I'd treat him like shit. There's this one time, it wasn't when I was 16, because crying when you're 16 is embarrassing. But I was, like, 13 or 14, all up on that path. You know, like, me and my friends were, like, I guess we weren't, like, or I was going to say we weren't popping Xanaxes, but I was doing that since I was, like, 8. So, point is a friend of mine had a lot of booze and weed. you know?
Yeah.
Well, that's not like, you know, we weren't into the hardcore drugs back then. Because Xanax isn't a hardcore drug. That's the most, like, you know, booze and weed is child's play. But I was young and I was taking pills, you know?
Yeah.
That was my routine. Fucking weed, booze, and pills, you know?
Yeah.
And, I'm reading like 13 or 14, and I wanted to go to this party and do weed and drugs and shit. And I was forced to stay home with Johnny, and I cried.
No! Why'd you cry, man?
I think it's because the addiction already got a hold of me, and the idea of staying home with Johnny and playing make-believe.
Why do you get addicted to things so easily?
Because I started when I was 8. Yeah. And that's just it, dude. Like, in hindsight, 13's not, like...
You had weird punishments, huh?
It was also because, like, I felt like Johnny, like, I ain't that much older than Johnny. I think I'm, like, what am I, like, I might be just a year older than Johnny. Maybe... I don't remember now because he's been part of this cult for so long.
Yeah.
I might be, let's say I'm 2 years older than Johnny.
2 years older.
So what, I'm 13, he's 11,
Yeah.
and I got
Wait, how old are you?
I'm 33.
You 33?
How old do you know how old Johnny
You're not
is now?
33.
Yeah, I'm 33.
Bullshit.
No, I'm 32. I turned 33 in September.
Shit. Are you 4 years older than us?
Yeah, that was the whole thing. It was always
You're 4 years?
It was always weird that I hung out with you.
You're 4 years?
Yeah. And now, that has to do with, we became great friends. I mean, we're great friends now, but it was literally a lack of options back then. I remember, I'm sorry, but that's what it was. Like, I moved in with Johnny. You remember that? My mom...
What are the people your age doing right now?
Drugs. Oh,
See?
What? Right now? No, they're running their own business.
Running their own business?
Yeah.
Who?
I always had a late start. Like,
Who did it?
They were doing drugs while...
Who was running their own business?
Everybody.
Who?
Everybody.
Well, then name the business.
The business.
Full of shit.
No, the point is I was always late to the game, and it was always almost because of Johnny. All right, like, I stayed... I know. Listen, I stayed playing with, like, action figures and playing in the backyard pretending Dragon Ball Z while my other friends were talking to women and doing drugs and shit. Alright, now...
I don't own my own business and I don't have a car because Johnny made me play Dragon Ball Z.
It's all Johnny. It's all Johnny.
Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, man, like, I had my moment...
I get too obsessed.
To go through my little drug episode like everyone else did.
No, I went through it.
Oh, I got
you
through.
made me go through my drug episode.
I know, and it was so short-lived.
Exactly.
No. Everyone that I did drugs with. All right. Obviously, some of them are meth heads now. All right, but a lot of people that I knew. The point is,
meth is bad.
As a man realizes,
you do meth now.
No.
Okay, good.
All right, man, at an early age, not even a man, a teenager. Some people realize this at an early age. Like, bro, I can't keep living this party lifestyle, right? But I got on board late. While my friends are like, bro, we can't keep doing this party lifestyle. I'm like, well, because of Johnny, I just started this party lifestyle. No! You know, I'm 17. I just got out of playing make-believe Dragon Ball Z in the backyard.
You know what? I think I saw Jerry the other day in Walgreens.
Oh, dude, if I see Jerry, I'm going to knock the fuck out of him.
Why?
Yeah? Because the motherfucker stole. The motherfucker got me. Those 3 years on the street started with Jerry stealing my rent. And I was already on the last straw. Dude, and the irony was, like, I was on the last straw with these landlords. And I'd gotten my shit together. I'd been, like, late, like, 9 months in a row, you know? And not only did I have my rent, but I had back pay. I had everything I owed them, you know? And Jerry stole, like, I don't know the logic behind this, but Jerry stole, like, half of it. Like, goddamn, motherfucker, you just should have stole all of it, because you fucking fucked me by stealing half of it, you know? And I got evicted. All right, there. You've been late so many times. This is your last straw. We gave you one more
That was
chance.
the first, Wait, did you move back with your mom?
No, I was homeless. No, I was just like Parks and... That was...
No, after Jerry?
Yeah, that was... No. See, like I say, I was homeless on the streets for 3 years. No, yeah, that was before. No, that was after being homeless. I was homeless on the streets for 4 years.
What?
Yeah, I forget about that. I did 3 years on the streets. God knows I fucking documented that. But, it's because I wasn't straight up, like, sleeping in the park kind of homeless the second time, you know? But I was fucking, once again, couch hopping because I got evicted because Jerry stole my rent.
But didn't you have a truck then?
No, I ain't had a truck
You had
since
a truck
2008.
then. Yeah.
That was 2013.
You had a car. You had a room with Jerry.
That was 2008.
You had a room with Jerry?
Yeah, I had a Dodge F-150. A Dodge F-150. I had a Dodge Ram. I worked at Trinity. I lived with Jerry. He was already...
In the apartments.
Huh? In the apartment.
Yeah.
He never paid a dime. He's the reason why my house became known as a party house. Had underage people doing drugs in my house. Running around yelling, screaming, and no one fucking... I was young, and I didn't know how to put my foot down, you know? And it's like my house... Even though I didn't want it to, my house became the party house, you know, and shit like that. And my truck broke down. I got laid off. I lost my apartment. That led to my homelessness. Yeah. No, I moved back into my mom's.
Yeah.
But then me and my mom fought, so then she kicked me out. And then I was homeless. But it all sparked with Jerry. And it all and the second I got out of my homelessness, Jerry got me back into being homeless again.
Again?
Yeah, so I do not blame the first time of me being homeless on Jerry, because I was young and I made a lot of bad decisions, and I let Jerry make a lot of bad decisions that I was like, fuck it, I don't give a fuck, you know?
Yeah.
So I did not, like, say Jerry made me homeless the first time. But Jerry made me homeless the second time. He was like, oh, bro, I'm trying to get off meth. You know, I just wanted to come see how you doing. I'm all emotional. He had, like, this breakdown where he's, like, crying and shit. And I was like... I went to the bathroom, and I came out, and we talked some more, and he left, and then I just got this weird urge, like I should check my rent.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, and I went to go check my rent, and half of it was gone.
Did you message him?
No, he didn't have a phone back then. He was a fucking street meth head.
You just took your stuff?
No, he just took my money.
Yeah.
Like, like my stuff has in my money.
Yeah, your money.
I'm a money tucked away.
Did you go say, hey, what's up?
No, it's still my fuck up because I have my money tucked away in this envelope.
Did you walk away?
Yeah, but I had this envelope on my kitchen counter.
Yeah.
Because I much like now, I had so little gas that I didn't think about, I shouldn't put this there, you know? I was thinking about, no one comes over, so it doesn't matter where I put anything. Then he came over, and I went to go to the bathroom. And I came out, and I didn't even think about it then. Like I said, we hung out for like another hour. But like, and he's talking about being clean, but he just sounded so fidgety. And like, it's like in hindsight, you know, like when he's talking about, he's bawling his eyes out, talking about how he wants to clean up and shit, and how he hasn't done meth in days. And me and Jerry were fucking close, bro. We were fucking close. And I wanted to believe it. It is like heartbreaking to find out he became such a... He didn't just become a meth head, he became a white supremacy gangbanger, you know?
Oh, really?
Yeah, dude, he was just lost. And I thought this was like a sign that we can get Jerry back, you know? I remember Jerry's like... Jerry wants to be Jerry again, you know? And then he left, and I was like, well, you know... Meth heads are also lying pieces of shit, and it's like I just so happened to look at my envelope, and I was like, I should check. I don't know why. Like, it's just Jerry in his own methed out mind would never fucking steal from me. And that was just it. Like I knew Jerry and his own methed out bullshit, and he's like, I would never steal from you, bro. He's like, I'm a meth head, and I steal from people, but not from you.
Not from you.
Yeah, he's like, before I steal from you, I'll go beat the shit out of a little kid and steal his money to get my fix before I steal from you. I was like, well, dark, but also, I guess, comforting.
Yeah.
It was also a lie. You know, he stole my fucking rent, dude. Like, half of it.
Jeez.
Got kicked out. Like, dude, he stole my rent on rent day. Like, dude, I got kicked out, like, 24 hours later. Like, he stole my rent, and the next day I was packing to get out. And all that shit. So if I see Jerry again, I'm gonna beat his ass.
There's a lot of people that you need
So
to
where'd
beat
you see him?
asses.
Yeah, no. Where'd you see him?
I think I saw him at Walgreens, but he didn't talk to me.
In Brighter?
I don't think he's seen me. I seen him. Yeah, Walgreens in Brighter.
I don't spend a lot of time in Brighter.
Yeah.
Jerry got his shoulder fucked up. Then he got surgery. And he's such like a fighter, you know, that he got into another fight while he had like metal blades and pins and just a bunch of metal hardware in his arm and his shoulder, right?
Mm-hmm.
And because he's a dumbass and he got into a fight again, he got all that shit fucked up. So he has like a really bad shoulder. So like I would just beat the fuck out of his shoulder immediately.
No!
I would just be like shoulder shot, shoulder shot, shoulder shot. You taught me that in wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
You just you attack. You center on one fucking part,
Yeah.
and you disable that motherfucker.
Yes.
You know, and I would do that, and it would be effortless with Jerry because his shoulder's so fucked up. And I'd be like, I mean, you just attack that shoulder once, and bam, he's one armed.
Man. So, what would you rank? What would you rate the Buckstin Brewing Bourbon Barrel Series #1? Buckstin Barrel Aged Stout #1.
I'm not gonna give it a 10. I don't care how potent it is. It's not what I want in a beer.
What do you want in a beer?
Carbonation for one.
I tasted some carbonation.
Huh?
I almost want to give it a 10. It was fucking smooth.
It was too smooth.
Too smooth for you?
Yeah.
Okay. We can have differing opinions.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it like an 8.
An 8?
Yeah.
I really wanted to give it a 10. I thought it was a solid.
It was good flat beer.
A solid. I tasted the bubbles on my tongue.
Yeah, for a second, much like you do in a
Well, the
2
alcohol.
liter
Well,
that's gone flat.
but no, with the alcohol so prevalent, the alcohol so high that you're gonna see a diminishment in
You know,
the
alcohol kills
carbonation.
carbonation. And it comes to a point.
So
where
the fact that there's
it comes to
any
a point where it's, dude, like carbonation is a must almost
Yeah.
for me to
the fact there's any carbonation though within that beer is kind of interesting.
There was some. I don't know what you're talking. I tasted 0 carbonation.
0. I tasted some carbonation. There's
Like
some-
1%. Like it's carbonated for a second, and then bam, and like all the carbonation leaves, and you're left with.
No, because I've had
feels
flat
like a
beer.
wine.
Because no, I've had flat beer from Buckstin. They're shandy, which is ironically enough, shandies are supposed to be overly carbonated.
Yeah, it's supposed to be beer soda.
Yeah, it was flat.
The fuck?
So their beer was flat. So comparatively,
Well, how
comparatively,
much
I
alcohol is the beer soda? Is the shanty?
the shandy is like 4 maybe.
Oh, not even such a high content. It's
No,
like,
that's what
a
I'm
lot.
saying. That's what I'm saying. So the fact that this was such high content, and I got a tickle on my tongue
Well,
of carbonation.
If they can't get a shanty to be carbonated, then of course they can't get a. What was that? You said it's 13% alcohol.
It's 15.
They can't get a. If they can't get a
They
shanty
do good beers,
carbonated,
man. I don't know. They do
then
a
of
few
course
good
their
beers.
15% is gonna be a.
They do a solid hazy IPA, and then they do solid. I think they do solid stouts. Well, the Shogun stout was really good. So I think stouts and hazy IPAs, not regular IPAs, but the thicker IPAs, they do really good with thick beers. And I think that this bourbon stout, I got the bourbon flavor as well as the vanilla bean flavor. I got a decent mix in this, and I think it displays what it says it tastes like. And I really want to give it a 10, but you're giving it an 8.
Yeah, like you said, our. Everyone differs.
Yeah. That's beer world, man.
Well, yeah, well, like, I am. just a beer enjoyer. All right,
Yeah.
I don't think of myself as a beer connoisseur. Like, I love them craft beers as opposed to any fucking slap together American Pilsner, you know. But that's not saying I'm a beer connoisseur. That's just saying I have taste buds.
Yeah.
You know. But I need carbonation with my beer.
Okay.
Or else I'm like, am I drinking wine?
Am I
Or-
drinking wine or liquor?
When I drink an uncarbonated beer, I don't care how good it tastes or how much high content of alcohol it has. If it's an uncarbonated beer, my mind's like, something is not fucking okay.
So I want to give us a 10, but I might step down and give it a 9.7. Very close to 10 for
Because
me.
I'm right.
Very close to 10 for me.
He was gonna give it a 10 and then I spoke.
But to be honest, maybe in a portion of my brain it says that this beer doesn't meet 10 standards compared to other 10s as far as
Any 10
price.
I was given 10.
Well, as
they
far
were
as like
carbonated.
price versus taste, you know, it's like
Well,
was this worth the $20 or whatever, or the $15 or however much it cost me to buy $10? Maybe might have been cheap too, so it might have been actually worth the money if you look at the price for the amount of alcohol in it. I don't know. It's hard to not give it a 10. But I'm gonna give it a 9.7. 9.7 to just keep it away from that 10 range, just to see if they can do better. Good stuff. But that's just our opinion,
Is it?
and that's fine.
Why is that?
Cause all we have here are opinions and beer.
We are a million and billion.